A very good afternoon to respected teachers and my fellow participants. Welcome to the final phase of Rubik's Hackathon 2022. I'm very glad to see so many people here. I, Kevin Masalia, along with Leena Kirtikar, Unnati Sorathi, and Shreya Amin, are delighted to be the hosts for today. But do you all know anything about the committee that has organized this sublime event? TSI-TSEC is Thadomal Shahani Engineering College's Mumbai chapter. Every year, CSI-TSEC conducts student activities including workshops, seminars, conferences, technical competitions, training programs, and industrial visits. CSI-TSEC has been awarded India's best student chapter on numerous occasions. Our annual festival, Rubix', has had participants from many countries for the coding event Codezilla, making it the first committee in TSEC to go global. But this is the first time that we, as a committee, have organized a hackathon. And although there have been its own ups and downs, but these 3 days have been productive, fruitful, rewarding, and of course, technical. And we hope that you will enjoy participating in this hackathon as much as we enjoyed organizing it. I'm very thrilled to announce that we had a lot of participation with over 75 teams, around 300 participants from various colleges all over India for the hackathon, of which we have selected our top 11 teams who will showcase their projects here. But winner or not, we all have sharpened our technical skills and gained a fortune of knowledge.
So as the exhaustive, fast-paced 48-hour event comes to an end, we want to congratulate all the finalists and a big thank you to all our participants. We also have some great and exciting prizes for each and every participant. So without any further ado, let us introduce a panel of extremely talented judges who have been kind enough to help us with the judging process and decide the winner of Rubik's Hackathon 2022. So for the first judge, we have Hari Shankaran Karunanidhi. He is the co-founder and chief technology officer at HackerRank. Prior to 12 years of experience at HackerRank, he has had technology stints with IBM and Novell in Bangalore. In 2007, he was selected for the Google Summer of Code under the Firefox organization, where he automated the testing of Firefox using Linux desktop projects, among other initiatives.
Next, we have Mr. Shikhar Goel. He has done his BTech in computer science engineering from JP Institute of Information Technology. With more than 6 years of experience, he is currently working as a chief technology officer at Geeks for Geeks.
Next, we have Ankit Sharma. Ankit Sharma is a software engineer working with Cisco Systems. He has over 7 years of extensive experience in Microsoft technologies, including C#, ASP.NET, SQL Server, and UI technologies such as jQuery, Angular, and Blazor. Ankit is a technical author and speaker and loves to contribute to the open source community. He has been recognized as the Google Developer Expert for Angular and Microsoft MVP for developer technologies for his dedicated contribution to the developers community.
We are pleased to welcome our very own alumni, Juhi Giannani, who has pursued a BE in computer engineering from TSEC in 2020. He is a data engineer at Quantifi with diverse experience of 1.5 years in the IT industry. He is an AWS certified solution architect associate and he is a Snowflake Snowpro core certified.
Next, we have Priyank Jani. He's a learner with 6+ years of blockchain experience and 14+ years of software industry experience. He's a founder of a community called Let's Blockchain, which enables businesses and individuals in adopting blockchain technologies. He's a member of the Government Blockchain Association and drives the Pune chapter. We are beyond grateful to have all of you here as our judges and also for giving your valuable time to us. So now, explaining the rules of the external judging round and the judging criteria. So each team will be given a total of 15 minutes, 7 minutes for the presentation, which will include your presentation and your project demo, followed by question and answers by the judges, which will take up 8 minutes. And now for the judging criteria, the first criteria is design and analysis, which includes the aesthetics, that is the looks of the product, the color, texture, pattern, and the cost of the implementation at user site and the architecture. The next criteria is literature, study of market and existing applications to analyze already present applications. The next is implementation of the results, which is fulfillment of function in proposed features. and results of the proposed features in the initial stages. And lastly, we have novel technology adoption, which is the uniqueness of the product.
Thank you, Kevin and Leena. Now I, Unnati, and my friend Shreya will be taking over. As we have heard the rules now, let's begin with our final round of judging. I congratulate all the teams who have made it to the finals. So roll up your sleeves, everyone. We have 11 teams with us in the finals. Starting with the first team, I will request the team number 3, that is team 7, to join us and tell us about their project.
Thank you for the introduction. So Abhinay will be sharing his screen right now.
Okay, you guys will be having exactly 10 minutes for showing your project, and which will be followed by 5 minutes of Q&A with the judges.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, one and all. I would like to quickly introduce myself. I am Yashali from Team 7. My team members are Krishna, Abhinay, and Piyush. And the decided problem statement is eat everything you buy. In this growingly consumeristic world, we want to make a change in the way we interact with food. According to the United Nations Development Program, up to 40% of the food produced in India is wasted. This unwarranted wastage of food is not only bad for the environment, but it also affects our economy adversely. This stat is alarming as well as eye-opening. So what is the solution? Well, we tried Googling it, and sadly, we couldn't find any promising answers. The apps currently available in the market were either too cluttered with useless features, making them more of an hassle than a solution, or they simply didn't work the way they were intended. So, like any good programmer, we decided to debug this issue by creating our own app. And that's how Fridgely was conceptualized. So what exactly is Fridgely? Fridgely is a vision towards making a waste-free daily life. Functionality and simplicity is the name of the game for our app. In the age of smart TVs, smartphones, and smartwatches, why not invest a little bit of time making our fridges smarter, and in turn, making our food buying habits better? We want our users to be able to keep track of their food stores and know exactly when certain food items are about to expire. This is in conjunction with the top-of-the-line recipe suggesting API, brings you an app that will transform your daily cooking from a gruel to an environmental-friendly dinner party. Now, I would like to pass on to Abhinay to talk a bit more about the app.
So, why should you use Fridgely? First of all, it is easily accessible to everyone, anytime and anywhere. By using Fridgely, you bring us one step closer for an effort to preserve food and deal with loss and wastage of food. So Fridgely helps user to keep track of their food items by giving them timely reminders. The app will notify them about the food item whose expiry date is very near. It also provides curated recipe for your need, which means that you will be suggested the recipes based on the item which are close to get expired. This is great because instead of wasting that food item, you could easily try out new and interesting recipes yourself. Also, if you add an item that is already present, it will pop up a suggestion box to finish up those items first. This would create an awareness about using the food item what user has and not wasting them. Piyush will lead you further.
So let's talk about the uniqueness in our app. So the unique thing about our app is that it has an user-friendly UI where user can easily add or delete items, making our app more intuitive and hassle-free. User data is also stored in Firebase securely, which can store millions of data, thus increasing the scalability of our app. And in our app, we are also using an industry-leading APIs to suggest users recipes based on food items in the fridge. And from those recipes, the user can also see the contents, descriptions, ingredients, and steps, and can also share it to others. So I hand over to Yash.
So right now, the restaurant business wastes a lot of food. Like the alarming stat that came before us about the 40% food being wasted is something that we should focus on. This food that is wasted for no basic reason other than the time being expired. So we want a system that will inform the restaurant beforehand. So like even if we get a heads up of 2 to 3 days, we can work with local charities and team up with this restaurant to distribute this food amongst people and make everyone happy. And the second point that I would like to bring to your attention is if you look at the smart revolution that's been happening in our world right now, the smart watch market cap, if you look at it, it was non-existent in 2003. And right now, every single person has a smartwatch or Fitbit or something related to that. And we predict that in the future, smart fridges is going to be the next big thing. And for that, we want to be prepared. So basically, the app that we're creating now will definitely become big in the future. And we also plan to integrate it with IoT. So you could have a scanner which can take in the data by on its own and send it to our API, and that would give you the recipes on your mobile phone. So integrating a single scanner onto your fridge is much easier than getting a whole new fridge. So this is a future prospect that we'll definitely be working on. Now I'd like to pass on to Krishna to show the working demonstration of our app.
Yeah, first of all, I will talk about technologies. So Fridgely is an Android application. So we have used an Android Studio for software, and Kotlin and Java are the languages in which the app is written, code is written. And Firebase is our database in which we are handling authentication, ML-Kit, and other things. So I will be now showing the features of our application. I will sharing my screen. So Abhinay, stop sharing. So I hope my screen is visible and my audio is clear, right?
Yes, you have it.
Yeah, so our app name is Fridgely. So first we will start with the splash screen, which is user friendly. And then the first feature of our app is authentication feature. It is for security and for uniquely data storing in database. So if I just log in, and it is our home page of our application where the user will be able to see his categories. First the page will be suggested by the different recipes which are in the database. Like if I have a database carrots, so carrots recipe will be suggested. Now it is suggesting bananas recipe. So there is data in database, there will be a banana. So it will be suggested banana recipe. So we can see there are different categories: fruits, vegetables, drinks, and which are in the fridge. We are divided into the categories. So if we click on the fruit section, so we will be able to see which fruit is expired or which fruit is being expired in a few days. So yeah, at the right side there is a days, that is 0 days. The date was added as today, so it is being expired. So we can just remove the data item from our database like this by swiping. And banana has 6 days to expire. So
can you also show the searching API? We are only 1 minute left.
Yeah, okay. So there is a searching API too. So if the user tries to find something, banana and cashew, banana. So if I click on search, so there will be a search many results. So if I click on anything, so ingredients and steps will be visible to user. If the user wants to click on today the users are health conscious too. So the user can also check their health what are the recipe has calories and all that. And now sharing feature is also added into if the user wants to share this recipe or any information to anyone, so you can share through WhatsApp or anything. And we have also feature like for adding the feature, we can add like from here. If I have to add apples, so I will just write apples and notification will be coming. We have also implemented a notification feature too. And if I have to add apples and I add it into fruit category and just click on save button, so it will be saved to the database. Now again I try to bought an apple and I try add it to fridge so database. So it will be suggesting me warning that item is already present, eat what you buy and save the food. So there are many other features too. Due to lack of time, will I able to I will get some more time for
no, it's fine. Okay, now we can open it to judges for questions.
Yeah, too.
So how would one of the things is how would you get the expiry date in place? Like when you add a food item, you have to add expiry date for everything.
Yeah, we have to add expiry date too.
Yeah, and the photo feature they can scan too. And in the future, when we implement it with the IoT ka scanner, so basically the scanner can just scan the item and the data will be passed on to your phone. So you don't have to manually enter everything. But that would be only true for packaged items. But for food, for apples and fresh items, you'll have to enter it by yourself. Or you can just set like default date. Okay, for apples, like they'll go rotten in 5 days. So you can just have default date like 5.
Got it. And your search API, what was it powered with? Like what are the service you are using for this?
API.
Okay. Got it. And maybe my last question is like you mentioned, why is there any particular reason why Any research you did on why you use Firebase? Is there any other alternative?
Yeah,
or is that
because
the yeah?
so the Firebase we use Firestore, and the Firestore since it's a no SQL system, the scalability of it is horizontal. So even if we get a lot of users in the future, we don't have to make a lot of changes to the existing database, and we can just expand it or like horizontally. So we won't have external like cost, too much external cost of buying like servers and all. We can just do it through cloud.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I
Any
had
more
one question
Yeah.
regarding. Sorry, please go ahead.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so I had a question regarding the main feature of the app is basically if you have that item already, first you need to consume that, and rather than buying another piece of the same thing, right? So
Yeah.
let's assume that I have a situation wherein I need more food items of that specific category, right? So how would your I mean, it is more than what I'm expecting to be. So
So when you add a food item, it's being added to a database. We are just giving you we are just reminding you that you already have it. So please be conscious. We are not restricting you from buying. We are just giving a suggestion that please be more conscious of the environment.
All right. Basically, it's going to be a data store of all the items that I have in my fridge or stock.
Yes, everything that you have in your fridge will be
stored
stored there, and based on that, so the recipes being shown to you right now are based on the food items that are about to expire. So let's say you have bread and banana in your fridge and they're about to expire, so maybe you will be suggesting all the recipes related to that. And since humans have a tendency, like when we watch YouTube videos or on Instagram, we see a video pop up of a recipe and we're like, oh, I want to make this, but then we'll go out and buy all the recipes and then make all this mess. Instead, if you are being suggested recipes that you already have, so you are also cutting down on waste, and you're using the things that you had, and you're also like user satisfaction increases because you're making dinner which is like something new and exciting. So that was a basic plan behind that.
And also we are more focusing on notification system for engaging the user with this application. So it will be notifying at 1 p.m. or 9 p.m. at 2 times we have planned for. And also
like shopping list. Whenever users shop, usually the shopping times are in morning and the evening. So then we'll like remind users, please add the data, you haven't added data. And also the recipes will be reminding them this item is about to expire, so that they don't waste those items. So every day you'll get, and also by the end of the week, you'll get a shopping list based on the items that you use regularly. There's a database field called quantity. So if a quantity is high for an item, that will be added to a list and it will be mailed to you on like Sunday. So when you do your week shopping, you can have that list and you don't have to physically write anything down.
All right.
Are there any questions?
I have one question, and that is regarding scalability.
Yeah.
So when you go for a shopping, you buy a bunch of items, not like a 20, 40, sometimes more than that, right? Consider a weekly or a fortnightly shopping, all the groceries. So how you add those data? It's a much more manual work, right? Adding one single item from that grocery bucket to this application.
So for that, earlier on, we thought that we could scan the barcode of the item, but the thing is that mobile phones don't really take in that input. So we need an external scanner for that. So right now we thought that we could just have an external scanner and we can take in data from that and add it to the system. But eventually, once our app gets some users and we get some steam, we can team up with local supermarkets and all, and so that they can directly integrate our app into their system. So when someone buys something, so when you're scanning it for payment system, that data will be also sent to our app, and then it will be directly added to your fridge app.
Okay, all right, makes sense.
Yeah.
And have you thought of scanning that bill, just like supermarket bill? Then you can add those items with the quantity and everything. Only thing
Yeah,
you
we
will
are
not
planning in future.
Because
so the API that we're using also has a feature of like how much cost the like what a food item costs. So based on that cost, the recipes can also be cost efficient. So we can also implement that feature, but right now we didn't really implement that feature. But in the future, yeah, we can definitely implement that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Judges, any other queries or questions you would like to ask? Or Okay, so that was a really great project. And
Thank
thank you,
you.
judges, for your valuable input. So let's buckle up and invite our next team. That is the team number 56. So, guys, I call you all upon to start sharing your project. And you all will be given 7 minutes. So, try to focus on the demo more and take less time for the presentation. Okay, all the best.
Good afternoon. We are the algorithmic newbies. Our team has built a web app called My Fridge, a smart way to stop food wastage. Due to pandemic and lockdown, people are buying food items in large quantities, but they don't exactly know how to manage it. This is one of the causes of food wastage. So the problem statement we have chosen is about developing an application which keeps track of all food items in your fridge, which will eventually help the user stop food wastage. These stats show that 25% of food is wasted by a family, and we can totally vision our web app being used in Indian kitchens to stop food wastage. Now my teammate Abhishek will explain some features of this web app.
There are many features present in the app. One of the feature is pantry manager. My fridge helps you to keep track of what is in your pantry at all times. My fridge tells you when your food is going to expire so that you can avoid food wastage. Next slide, please. Another feature is the chat feature. To enhance user experience, this feature will simulate human conversation through text chat to make navigation in the website easier. Next slide, please. One of the time-friendly feature is grocery shopping with My Fridge. My Fridge not only helps you manage pantry smartly, but also is a one-stop shop for your groceries. It will display.
I guess there's a network issue on his side. I'll continue. My Fridge not only helps you manage your pantry smartly, but also is one-stop shop for your groceries. It will display Amazon links for restocking your refrigerator item which are going to expire. We make your grocery shopping experience hassle-free. Now, this is another exciting feature of our web app, which is My Fridge. My Fridge shows you recipes based on the ingredients that you already have in your pantry. You can also find all recipes you want on My Fridge. Now the grocery scanner. Now this is something that makes us stand out. Snap a photo of your grocery item and My Fridge will automatically add the items to the cart for you. It's like magic, except with a mini supercomputer in your hand. Smart Alert. My Fridge intelligently sends you alert via email and desktop notification when your food is about to expire. Now, this is what makes My Fridge a bit different from the other web apps which are already present in the market. So revenue will be generated from Amazon affiliate links. Keeping user experience in mind, we have decided not to go for ad banners. Instead, our revenue will be purely generated from the Amazon affiliate links of grocery shopping page. In the front-end team, we have Adi, Abhishek, and in the back-end, we have myself and Priyansh. Thank you. Now, Priyansh will continue with the demonstration of the web app.
Yeah. So now quickly start the demonstration of this web app. This is our homepage from which we can access two features. The first is the login and the second is sign up and registration. So now we can log in through this. Users database is already stored in our system. So we'll directly log in. These are the main features which we provide on our website. The first is the edit items website, in which we can add items to our database. Like the user can add items which he already has in his fridge. The scan feature here, there are two ways to input the item. The first is by text and the second is by scanning the image. So now let's show a demo. Like if we upload the image of the any food item. Here is an image of pomegranate we uploaded. And that would be directly shown on our, the user does not have to type it on the website, and he can directly add it to the cart after entering the price. This would be appended down. Then the next feature is edit expiring items page. Here the user, this page shows the items that are going to get expired in the next 5 days. As soon as the user logins, it sends our web page sends two fields. The first is the desktop notification, and the second is the mail, which would be directly going to the user. The third feature is the recipe recommendation page. This page will display recipes that can be made from different items that are present in the database, as well as show the missing items. So these are the missing items to make this carrot. And if you click on this link, it will be directed to the recipes page, from which the user can read the recipe and make this food item. These are the best recommendation which we show on our website. Then the next, we have implemented 3 APIs. The first is this API. The second is the search recipe API, from which we can search the items. Like if I want to cook any, cook a recipe, cook a food item, cook using X type thing. So if I type X, the recommendation will be shown down like this. Through API, it will be loaded all the recipes which can be made using X. The third API is the recipe catalog API. This API shows the products recipe catalog. This API scans our database and shows the best recipe which can be made using the items present in the fridge. And let's go back to the home page. This is the buy products page. This page shows this page shows the products that we need to restock and the expired items. The Amazon affiliated links of those are on this page, recommended on this page. Like if these are the products that are recommended, and if you want to buy this product, it would be directly targeted to the Amazon page, from which we can buy the products. This is our revenue generation page, from which we can generate revenue. And this is our that's all from our presentation side. Demo.
Yeah, that was an amazing project. So I would request judges to ask any questions.
I think maybe the two features which you had, one is the image upload, and again the recipe part. Could you give an idea of how did you build it? Is there any API you are using? Is there anything you built in-house? Could you give me some more insights on those two features?
Yes, sir. The for scanning, we send the data to the backend, from which it is directly sent to an API, which sends the results. Like it will scan and send that the product is an pomegranate or apple, like that.
Got it. Is that one of, I mean, what API are you using for that? Is it any of Google Cloud or is there anything specific?
Logmeal API. Logmeal API.
Okay. Okay. And for the recipes?
Recipes, we are using 3 APIs. The first is the Spoonicular API for showing the missing items present on the web page, on the fridge, to make that recipe. The second API is the Adman API, which shows the recommendation based on the items. Like on a particular item, it shows recommendation. And the third API is the Search API, which shows recommendation on the basis of like if we search the item, then it will show the recommendation.
Sorry, these are APIs you built in. Are you using any third-party service for all your recipes, or did you build this database of all the recipes?
No, it is a third-party API.
Yeah, and is it 3 different third-party APIs, or is it single one service you're using?
Two different APIs.
Okay. 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 Got it. And why? I'm trying to understand, why do you need the price when I enter the item?
For
Like,
giving the best recommendation. In future, we will try to implement that feature. If an user has bought the item at 45 rupees, so we'll show that we'll try to find using that web scrap in all the other websites like Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, and show the best recommendation to the user.
got it. Got it. Okay. And maybe the last question, there was some issue with the demo. Why do you think the login session wasn't retaining? Like, what do you use for, what is the architecture behind this website? Like, is it built on, say, what programming language, what framework, and what's the reason for login not persisting?
Our project is based, front end is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The backend, we used Node.js using the Express framework, and the database is MongoDB. And for that issue, we are trying to find it out, but I think it's the issue of my laptop, which turns off the server again and again, like in some interval.
Okay. Makes sense. Cool. That's all the questions I had. This.
Do we have questions from other judges?
Yes, I have one question. So why do you prefer to create a website rather than a mobile application? It's very user-friendly and ready to use kind of things. For laptop, I need to log in and to open my laptop and then I will insert everything. But if I have mobile, I can just scan. You already have that upload image functionality, right? So
yes, sir.
I prefer to go on the website, not mobile application.
So the main reason is we have not yet learned the mobile Android thing to develop an application. We'll definitely do that in future to make this app more user friendly.
Okay, all right.
And we also have a chat feature which was remaining to say. So here we can chat with the app, like if I want to say hi, it will chat with us, and if I want to visit the edit items page, it will send us the link. From here we can visit the edit items link, like that.
Okay. Great.
Can I just add a bit? Okay. For
Yes,
testing
please.
our user experience, we did take feedback and recommendation from different people, including our moms, and also we see a lot of potential in this web app. And to make it more user friendly, we are going to integrate a camera on the fridge, which will scan the product, and my fridge will automatically figure out its name and the expiry date. So with that, we end our demonstration, and we hope that you liked our work. Thanks a lot, judges.
So do we have more questions or we can move? So
I had a question. So is there a notification system in your web app because to notify that the so-and-so item is expiring on within 5 days, does it send a notification or alert email
Yes.
or pop-up?
Yes, ma'am. There are two features. First is the desktop notification, which would be sent on the desktop, and the second is the mail feature, which would be sent directly to the user. It is integrated right now in our website.
Okay, I'm done with my question. Thank you.
So thanks a lot, judges. I think we can move on with the next team if we don't have any more questions. Okay, so thank you, team 56. Moving on. Now let's cheer up for our next team, that is team 21, Hackaholics 1.0. So can we have your project, please?
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, okay.
Before you start, I would like to remind you that you have 7 minutes and please stick to the time.
Yes, sure. Okay, so ever wondered how many times you have to put yourself at risk by stepping out of your house during pandemic just to access primary medical facilities? Well, guys, worry not. We have bought the exact solution for you, Meditech, your virtual health assistant. In this current situation of rapidly increasing COVID cases, we at Meditech are here to monitor health parameters and get all the health services at your fingertips. The technologies we are used are CSS, JavaScript, PHP, MySQL, and HTML. And the key feature we are providing are like video consultation. It is a one-to-one video call session between doctor and patient. Then we have e-pharmacy, where a user can buy medicines from our website and pay through online payment options. Then we have appointment booking facility through which a user can book appointments which will be reflected in doctor's portal as well as admin's portal. Then we have a lab test booking portal. Through this portal, a user can book various lab tests. And user can use all the following facilities at any point of time during the day. We also have features like doctor's authentication, online portal through which a doctor can send prescription to the patient, and this web page also saves the medical history of the patient. For implementation of this idea in real life, following factors are considered: domain hosting charges, secure database, doctor consultation charge fees, and admin fees. So coming to why we are so unique. We are providing a user-friendly interface with multiple features all at one place. An user can buy medicines, book lab tests or appointments, and also during emergency can consult doctor at any time. Since we provide all these facilities at the user's place, it helps to avoid crowding and reduce risk of corona. My team includes Mehak Karia, Pranali Shinde, Parag Patel, and myself, Vedant Kadam. Thank you. Now let's move to the prototype of our website.
Yeah, so this is the landing page of our website. Now moving on to the doctor's login. This is the doctor's login page. So if there's a new doctor, they'll have to sign up. They'll have to fill all of this information over here. They'll have to submit their qualification degrees. This is for authentication purposes. So once they submit it, I'll have to fill all of this, so I'll just leave it over here. I'll show it to you in the admin login. This is the admin login. Over here, we have already added these two responses. They'll get all of the things that the doctor uploaded over here. So the admin will check it, verify, so that we have legitimate doctors and not some phony people. So in the admin, we can then add the admin then adds the doctor over here. Okay, so I've already added an ID with the same names. So you can view the added doctor over here, with ID number 11. And then I can just delete it from my system. It's gone. Then we have also added some patients already, like some appointments. I'll go back into the doctor sign-in. I've already added a user. This is this page shows the doctor's information. And then if a doctor wants to prescribe a patient, they'll have to put in their information. They'll have to write a proper prescription over here. Then this is the patient's login. And you get the patient history over here. We have already added certain prescription. That's why showing these many. I just added this one over here now. Then a patient can book an appointment from here. They'll have to put the doctor's ID. They'll have to put an appointment ID. Then they'll select the date that they want. the time. Get, and you can view it over here. This one. Then it gets reflected into the doctor's system. In my appointments, you can see their appointments, and then we also have an e-pharmacy thing where the patient or the user can buy medicines. So you can just click over here. The price gets reflected over here. You can remove it, and then if you click on purchase, we have used the dummy payment gateway that the Paytm one provides. So they have a dummy number and the OTP we can use. Then you can see the transaction status is success. You can just go back. And we have done the same for lab test. You can just book the lab test you want. And our main feature, the video consultancy. Just a second. I think there is some glitch over here.
Shahani, switch off your video over here and then
Yeah,
go there
switch off your
and
video here
refresh
and
them.
just
Yeah, it's okay. So she has done it from the doctor's side and I've done it from the patient side. So we can do one-on-one video. Okay. So yeah, that's about it from our side.
Okay, guys. So judges, questions.
This is this is good. Some questions I had on the.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, Ankit. By the way, if you're saying something, you're still muted.
Yeah,
so
you go ahead. Please go ahead. No problem.
Yeah,
Please go ahead.
yeah.
I will go.
So yeah, the booking appointment part. Like, how do you know the doctor's schedule? Like, can I book an appointment in the middle of the night for the doctor, or or if some doctors usually get something urgent at the last minute?
Their
and
slots. Yeah, so we have,
yeah.
for now, we have not implemented that, but we have kept it as a future scope where we can put database constraints in it. So that if a doctor is not available at that time, it won't show that time or day. We haven't implemented it now though.
And slots is one part, and for a doctor to go ahead and cancel it in the last minute is also another part, because their schedule is hard to predict. So the second one is on the e-pharmacy part. Like, the biggest part is, how are you going to ship the medicines? Like, what's your not today, but what is your plan? Like, if this had to come live.
Yeah, we are going to implement a ML that suggests medicines according to the category of the disease that the user searches. So we can add an ML that provides medicine list.
Yeah, but I think you meant how we are going to ship it. We are going to connect ourselves with local medical stores like that. Yeah.
Got it. And then if assuming this Meditech goes live, you would then launch city by city, like how Swiggy or Ola is getting it. Okay, got it. And do you know, like, if you have to store the lab test, and I do remember you talking about lab tests and stuff. Have you ever read anything about being HIPAA compliant, and storing medical records comes with a lot of legal things you have to implement, and the things you considered, I saw something like server costs and then secure database and stuff. But did you like, is your secure database part of your HIPAA, or like, is there, do
It's
you know anything
not
about those?
secured yet, but
Mhm.
like
Okay.
once, yeah, probably in future we'll add a more secure. So we'll need that implementation cost for that.
Got it. Got it. Okay, that's all I had. Ankit, yeah, take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Hari. I think you have added a very good point of HIPAA compliance. But also, I would like to say this is a very good application. So much I have seen in so little time. This is very good. Okay, I have some technical questions. What is the tech you are using for authentication? How you are implementing the authentication?
For authentication, we have just added a Google Forms where they'll have to add their
Login.
login authentic.
Yeah,
No, we
login.
haven't done that yet, but we'll do that using Firebase in.
No, right now
Yeah,
I
we are
can see that
thinking of.
there is a logout button, right?
Huh.
So this means, and you just also demoed that there are two different, views. One is doctor and one is patient view.
Hmm.
So right now it is like you are storing the username and password in your database. How you are doing that?
Yeah, it's stored in the database, user ID.
Yes, it's stored in the PHP MyAdmin. It's in the database, everything.
Okay, so you are asking the user to register via a Google form, and in the Google form you have both user ID and password, and then you store.
A user ID registration login would be done from here. Just the doctor one would be done via a Google form so that they can upload their degrees, and then the admin adds the doctor up, and then they can just sign in from here. The admin checks the degree for like if it's legit or not.
Okay, so because you have a role based authorization, right? There is one admin role, there is a doctor role.
Yes.
So you have so how you are handling that scenario?
We have an admin login also. I mean, I didn't get your question.
Okay, so right now you have you have two different kind of user, right?
Yeah.
And so while registering, if I am registering, so you have to tell me that you are registering as an admin user, or you are registering as a normal user, or you are registering as a doctor, right?
Yeah, so on the first page now we had 3 buttons, so you can just, if you are a patient, you go here.
Yeah, fine. If I am a patient, go here. But if I use a patient login in doctor, will it work?
No, sir, it won't
No,
work
it won't
because
work.
the ID and the password will be different.
No, but you have to
It is
check the
on
role. You have to check the role also, right? There should be a role defined.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the
got
role.
it.
So in patient, let's say my password is P and and for doctor, if I use that password and user ID for doctor also, if you just storing only user ID and password in your database, it will pass because user ID and database will work.
So we have created 2 separate tables for a doctor and a patient.
For storing the user ID and data password also, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The doctor ID and user ID are different.
That is fine. Cool. That is fine. Okay. Can you go back?
No, this is the first page. Which one you want? The patient?
Patient one.
Yeah.
Where you are booking, yeah. Okay, so can you go to view appointment?
Yeah.
There's a view appointment. Okay, so you can see view appointment. Okay, in the in the cancel booking, can you go to cancel booking?
Yeah.
Okay, so here I have to put the appointment ID explicitly and then cancel the booking.
Yes.
Okay, that is cool. Okay. This is, I would say this is not too much user friendly. Ideally, it should have been added in the view appointment section as a button, separate button, cancel booking or something. But that is fine. That is cool. Okay, that is all from my end. Thank you. This is a very good application. I really like it.
Yeah, so I have very basic questions. So when as a doctor, I upload my degree and everything, how we verify that I am an actual doctor, I am not the fraud person?
For now, it's just manual, like the admin sees it. For now, it's just that.
No, but consider admin is my friend. Okay, so I can be a doctor over there.
Yeah.
Right. So I believe you should have that mechanism, either an
Yeah.
open API from Indian Doctor Association, or you should have that mechanism to authenticate a doctor.
Okay. Yeah, we'll integrate that.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, judges.
Judges, others, if you all have any questions, Shikhar sir, Juhi ma'am.
I think everything has been covered from the other judges. I think we can go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. So let's cheer on for the next team now, that is Breaking Code 3.0. So guys, all the best. You all have 7 minutes.
Thank you, I'll share my screen.
I'll start. Hello everyone, my name is Amogha Vashi and my teammates are Adityanani Kavisha and Prisha Panchmia, and we are all from PSEC third year. So we together have made a food wastage management app which helps save food at a household level, but at the same time helps improve the condition of food wastage at a worldwide level. Our project's name is Reuse. As the name suggests, we not only help users prevent from letting the food waste, but also help the reuse of whatever the leftover products are. If we go to the next slide, which is by reuse. So food wastage needs to be minimized as it depletes natural resources and has a negative impact on the ecosystem. So we are aiming to develop an app to combat this problem. The problem which we solve is that reuse provides a way to efficiently use ingredients and plan meals for the entire household. Reuse also notifies users about soon to expire ingredients and meals in their inventory days before the expiration and sends a notification via. I'll ask Prisha to.
So what are the key features of Reuse? Reuse keeps a track of every food item entered by the user and automatically generates a shopping list for the user's future use, and also generates food recipes based on those ingredients only. The user is notified on email about the product's expiry date 1 month, 1 week, 3 days, 2 days, and 1 day before the actual expiry date, so that the user can consume the product within the time frame and not let it go to waste. This next feature is something unique which we did not see in any existing apps in the market. So Reuse attempts to educate the user about the byproducts of the ingredients and helps the user to consume the ingredients to its full capacity. For example, you have consumed a potato, but you have not used its peel. Instead of throwing it away, you could bake it and eat it as a delicious snack. Reuse also provides a way to donate excessive food to others in need. The user can opt to donate the food via the app, wherein someone from the team would come and collect the food, and it would then be sent to an NGO.
So a future scope, due to time constrictions and a little bit of personal experience, we couldn't implement these, but we would like to implement them in the future. So the first one is a video consultation with a professional dietitian, which would also be a revenue path for our app, where we could take a cut, and according to the professional dietitian, we could even create a meal and diet planner system within the app itself, and a daily calorie intake management to track your calories within the day. Then we want to implement a device, a hardware device, which would estimate expiry dates of vegetables and produce, which necessarily doesn't have expiry dates on some package, but through the device, maybe a sensor to sense the moisture content or something, estimate the expiry date and feed it through the app instead of the user manually putting it. Then the next one is to create an ecosystem where you could share and trade ingredients within the app with your neighbors or someone who lives nearby, so that if you're not going to use an ingredient and someone wants to, you can just give it to them instead of throwing it away. And the last one is a way to reserve items within a household, within the fridge. So if not a family, if it's a shared living situation, so you want to reserve some item in the fridge so that the others don't use it or throw it away. So it would help in maintaining a track of who's going to use what ingredient from the fridge.
Technology is used. We are using a MERN stack. We have used MongoDB as our NoSQL database along with Node.js and Express.js to connect the database to our front end, which is made in JavaScript using React. Thank you. We'll now move on to the demonstration.
So we'll move on to the demo.
So once we come to the login page, the user adds username and password, and after that we take the user to the home page. On the home page, we've displayed some data which we feel is necessary for the user to know about food wastage and how to reduce it. We've also displayed the key features of our website. If we move on to the inventory page, On the inventory page, we have categories of items which we have in the inventory. So if we go on fruits, there are items which I have in my inventory. So if we can see, watermelon is expired, so it is displayed in its date is displayed in red and it shows expired. And orange just below it is in yellow, which we have shown in the info on the right side, which is expired within a month. But also, the one of the feature of our website is that we've shown the byproduct of the product as well. So suppose there would be some product, even if after expiration, its byproduct can be used. So that's why we are displaying the product over here, even after expiration, so that the user can go through the byproduct and see if it can be used and the wastage can be used. And we Okay, yeah. So if we has to see the whole link and see how the byproduct can be used specifically, so you can go to the video link and check it out. Further, I will explain the.
To the right, you can see the add item button. As the name suggests, it can be used to add an item to our inventory. Once a user deletes an item, we automatically add this item to the shopping list, thereby making life easier for the user. Of course, if the user wants to add items other than the ones in his inventory, he is free to do so and can add them through the add item button on the grocery list. Yeah.
So this is our recipe page. So we've designed a system with a UI where all the ingredients in your inventory are displayed. And by default, the first ingredient is picked up to show your recipes. And you can add items to that so that you would get recipes. One second.
Broccoli and orange won't show up. You'll have to try broccoli and chicken.
No, I think that would be okay. I'll just log in again. There's some server.
Yeah, looks like the API call is failing.
Yeah, actually, there's a limit to the API call. For now, we haven't purchased it or anything. So
yeah, obviously.
That's why it's giving an error.
No worries. I think the idea is you can choose multiple ingredients and it's
So
going to sort
basically
it.
what it would do is say I've selected multiple items. It would get me the recipes, including all these items, and I can remove those items and I can manually search. So currently it's showing just this because the API is failing. But ideally it would fetch the ingredients and display it at your, and it would even give the steps. The API is failed us right now. But ideally it would show the recipes and we would even give the byproducts of the current ingredients so that they still have in mind that there is some
If you want, I can display the screenshot on myself.
Yeah, can someone else?
Yeah, I'll do that.
As you can see, once you click broccoli, orange and chicken, it would give me orange pan glazed chicken with broccoli and rice. So it would give me recipes based on the ingredients you select. So dynamically it would fetch the ingredients which you want. Then there's the per recipe page where you would see all this stuff. Can you just go back?
Yeah.
And
can
not
you
just limited to, it's not just limited to your ingredients. You can even have a manual search in case you want to do so. You can move on to the donate page where Prasha will continue.
Yeah, so Reuse offers a donate food feature. Let's say you have an excess of a particular item and you know you won't be using it anytime soon. And maybe it might expire by then. So instead of letting it go to waste, you can donate it to someone who could use it. So once you press the donate button on the inventory page, it automatically adds that item to the donate item list. And once you review your list and press the donate button, you will get a notification thanking you for donating the items. Then a member from Reuse will come and pick up the food items from your doorstep. Reuse in association with NGOs like Feed from Far and Khana Chahiye Foundation, they will donate the food to the needy. And then we have the log out button, which takes you back to the login.
So just to reiterate, the ways we are trying to reduce food waste is by the usage of byproducts, which would rather go waste. And we are giving recipes to the ingredients in your fridge so that you don't go out of your way to buy new ingredients just to go around one particular ingredient. And third is obviously donate, so that if you have excess food, not to throw it away and donate us, we'll distribute it towards other. So any question?
Thanks for the demo. I think couple of question again. It looks like for recipe you are using an third-party servers on API. Am I right?
Yeah, we're using a third-party API called Thadomal, which gives us the recipes.
Got it. And I saw that in the add item, you asked the user to add an image of the item. How do we make it easier? Like, it's hard to, one of the challenges in this product is that adding item is going to be hard. Like if you do a weekend shopping, it's extra work to add all the items I bought for the week. And now I have to add a URL of the picture of whatever I'm adding.
Yeah, so currently, due to time restrictions, we didn't concentrate on the figuring out the webcam and taking the input as an image. We first had it as a file, which you could upload it directly from your laptop. But we thought for testing and for a demo purpose for right now, we could get a URL from Google and get a stock image. Even in that way, you would know that this image represents what item. So for now, we're using a URL from Google, but we obviously change it to directly taking a picture from the webcam or something.
Got it. And at some point, if let's say this product has to make revenue, how do you think you would, what's your, like there's one donate feature and there is also me saving food. What are the revenue potential
So
for
the
this?
revenue, as I showed in my future scope, there's one where we would, since it's all about food wastage, many people are even food conscious and they're health conscious. So we would have a video consultation with some professional dietitians, where we would take cuts from the dietitian to be displayed on our platforms and from the user to book appointments and fulfilling those appointments. The second way would be the sensors, the hardware devices, which if we roll them out, they would be a cost for the user to buy, which could be a revenue system. And we could also have in the future scope, the meal planner or the calorie intake. We may have them as paid features like a pro version of our website. So these are some ways which we've thought about monetizing the site, not the ad path, but the ads path. But it was all not possible to implement in this time frame for now. So it's in the future scope.
Got it. Cool. Thanks for that.
So I would say that this is a very good application. Like it looks production ready. I would deploy it tomorrow if I can. This is
That is
very
all
good.
thanks to my teammates with the great UI experience.
Yeah, so UI is very good. So again, the same question to you also as I asked the previous team, how you have implemented authentication, because I am very much into security domain.
So currently we have Express backend where we are generating once you register, you would and it logs in with the database, it would send a JWT token. It would store
it would encrypt
and when you log in,
user ID
it would encrypt the password
and send it to the front end with like if you would send the user ID, we'd encrypt the user ID with the JWT token and send it to the front end. Then once the user logs
in the front end, we're storing it in Redux, and whenever we could have an expired token system as well. Currently, we're not expiring the token. And for now, we've only kept the JWT token to the login and register routes, like the auth routes, but we've not protected the other routes for now because we didn't want to spend time on that for now.
Yes, I understand. I completely understand. Okay, so okay, this is good. So I wanted to understand. I believe that this app is not too much scalable. Whatever the features you have just shown, I think what else you can add it to give it more user value. Right now, you are asking user to show the wasted food items they have. That is a good part, but apart from this, what is the other use of this product? As Hari also said that how you can get a monetization. So
yeah, currently we concentrated more on the food waste aspect more than the monetization. And in the future scope, as I said, we'll have paid features. We can have like a pro version of the website. We could bring on dietitians or basically someone you could consult from to the platform, which would monetize. And the user value would basically come from reducing their own waste so that they don't have to keep spending more on ingredients. We also, I forgot to show, but we have the expiry notifications are being sent via email 30 days before, 2 weeks before, 7 days before, so that you're always conscious that, say, this food item is expiring in a month, maybe I should use it now. So that way you won't forget about any food item. Say there's two parents parents in the house, both are working. So then sometimes it becomes difficult to track what's there in your fridge. Sometimes you just eat from outside. So that way, if our app would basically make you aware on what you have available, what you can make with those available ingredients, so that you can just use what's in your house instead of going out
and
buying items.
also you said that there is a donate feature. So how you are planning to implement? If right now, obviously you have not implemented in future, how it will work on ground level?
So on ground level in future scope, I said we want to create a trade system between neighbors and people you are nearby. So that say I donate 3 items, someone can see what available items are there on the platform nearby me, where I can just go and collect it from their place. Obviously, we would keep in mind not to leak any information or contact information or something. We would maybe be the middleman and we'd collect it, we deliver it, or we can tie up with an NGO where the NGO can distribute the food to, say, someone in need or something like that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So do we have questions from any other judges? If not, then I think we can move on. So moving on to our next team, that is.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I'll invite our next team, team 37, that is Terminal Stack. Could you guys please share your project? Reminding you guys that you will have exactly 7 minutes.
Yeah, I will be presenting the screen and Muskan will start. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Muskan, are you there?
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah. Muskan, are you there? Like,
Shade made co-host just now.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I was not able to unmute myself. Sorry. Yeah. So
Yeah,
good
yeah.
evening,
Yeah,
everyone. This is team number 37, Terminal Stack, and we have chosen problem statement 1, that is virtual health assistant. So in this pandemic has drastically changed how the outpatient care is delivered in the healthcare. So to decrease the risk of transmitting virus either to the patients or the healthcare workers, we have come up with an online consultancy platform which removes the need for the patient to wait in long queues, and now they can book their appointments in just a click. So let's see some features of our platform. The patients don't need to navigate to different websites for different medical services. We have all at once over here. Patient can choose from different variety of doctors from different specialty, can book their appointment for a physical or a video consultancy. There is a section for a medicine info and COVID prevention, where we educate user how to stay safe, take precautions in this pandemic, symptoms for an early treatment and diagnosis. So now let's go towards the login of the user. Go to the home page and then go for the login. Yeah. Now, if the user is not already have been registered, then a pop-up would appear. A pop-up would appear to register first and then log in. So now let's log in for the patient. We also have a checkbox for a doctor where the doctor can fill its detail and send a request for a registration. But now we will register for the user, that is the patient. Here there's a checkbox where the doctor can put the details of the qualification and send a request to the admin for its verification, and then we'll provide a login ID for the doctor. Now we are registering for the Jay is already registered. Try for Raj someone. Okay. Yeah, the account is created successfully. Now let's log in with the same email ID and password. And when the user logs in, the user is redirected to its dashboard. Here they can see their user information and the appointments they have with the doctor. As it is a new user, it doesn't have any appointment. Now I would like Ankit to take over from the appointment part.
So here we have so new user will like to book an appointment for the different doctors. So here we have provided different list of the available doctors. Like here user can see the name, specialty and qualification of the doctor. So user can select any of the doctor and like click for this book appointment button. And after clicking that button, the user can actually see this see more details of that particular doctor, like specialty, qualification, experience, address. And even we can see that we have a consultation fee of ₹100, which we have provided here a payment of button. So like we have also provided these two buttons for payment, appointment for physical visit and appointment for video consultancy. So before connecting, we have to like pay pay ₹100 or with the consultation fee to the doctor. So here we have to provide our email ID. Like we have used a simple Razorpay API. As we can see, I'll just enter my email and phone number. It's just a dummy, by the way. So proceed to pay. Here we are like redirected to the page where we can select our payment option. So we can select for UPI ID and we can enter our Google UPI. I'll just enter my UPI ID and we can like pay this payment. As we can see, now the payment is under process and the payment was successful. And after this process, an email has been sent to the particular account where to the email ID where user can where the doctor or the vCare users, vCare backends can see the email and confirm the payment. So after clicking on the payment, the user can click for connect for the video consultancy. As we can see, the connection request has been sent. And for the similar with the physical appointment, we can select here now. So as we can see, the appointment has been sent. Let's now log in. We have one tab open for like, let's log in here with our doctor's email ID. We have our doctor in our database like Zubia.
Start in incognito.
So it's fine, it will work. vcare.com and here we have entered. As we can see now, we have entered to the dashboard of the doctor. Here we have the some first information of a personal information. Here we can see that similar details of the doctor in that doctor dashboard. Here we have two more sections. One is for appointment section. Here, as we can see, the new email that we have registered. Here we have got an acceptance request from the user Jay who wants an appointment. So here like doctor can accept the request after checking the mail if the payment is done or not. After acceptance, as we can see, appointment has been added for this Jay. And even we can see that we have provided this video request. As we can see, there are many requests for doctor. Here we have just requested for a video consultation from Jay's email ID. As we can see here, we have provided an accepted button, and after doctor accepts the button, here we have on the similar track we have provided a collection. Just after we have done the payment here in chair section, we can see here my appointment section. We can see that we have connected to the physical appointment also, and also for the video consultancy app consultancy. So here we are, after clicking on the accept button from the doctor, here the link has been updated as join link. So user can click on that link, and even doctor can click on that link and join for the video call. Now Zubia will take over from there. As you can see,
yeah, so as you have seen, the link which is generated is actually a unique ID, and only the patient who has connected with the doctor and the particular doctor can join that ID, because it is unique, and it is generated once the connection is formed between both the parties. So, and no one else can join the video call. And also, as you can see, there is a chat section also in this, where I think where if mic is not working or something, so doctor and the patient can consult via text
Try
channels.
to go back and then read.
Yeah.
yeah.
User.
Actually, this video one is, I guess there is some changes.
Yeah, the Feb. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, the appointment section for this, and I have to get to the like new camp and con video tab. I just log in. And we can see the connection link from this is the connection
Yes.
link from user.
Yeah, so
This
as you
left-hand
can
side
see,
one is for the
as you can see, both the doctors
so the
and
left-hand side
patients
was
is
the
connected.
user one, and the right-hand video frame is for the incoming video. So here we are connected to the doctor's account. Here, this one is the doctor's account, and the user can easily consult via video calling, as we can see. We have provided this stop video button and mute and all. So this is a video consultancy. So now let's just go back and
Guys, your
get to the
time is
different.
up, so let's
Just few minutes. We will complete fast.
Just 1 minute. Yeah. So we have also some like this book test option, where user can click on this book test and it will be redirected to the website of this SRL diagnostic, which is the best website for booking our test and all, medical test and all. And we have also this medicine info, where user can click, and we can see that we have information of around more than 600 medicines in our database stored, and user can actually get details and the details, price and unit size and all, like the therapeutic category and all easily. And we have also provided the search bar for searching the medicines and all. And yeah, so that's it for our project. Like
We have a ambulance part also, and it is fully mobile responsive. You can just show that mobile responsiveness.
Yeah, we just have this emergency ambulance service, where user can like enter the name and then number easily, and just he can enter their address and just book now. And as we can see, the ambulance is on your way. We got this alert, and we got request. So the data has been transferred to the admin section, and they will proceed with the ambulance service.
Yeah, and it is fully mobile responsive. It works very good on mobile phones also. And the technologies used in this are HTML, CSS and JavaScript for the front end, Express for the back end. For authentication, we have used Passport. And for the video consultancy, we have used Socket, WebRTC, POJS for the streaming of audio and video. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
So what? Yeah. So,
no hurry, please go ahead.
okay, so on the video implementation, look, like is there any SDK? It looks like you have implemented the whole thing. Did
Yes.
you want to try, say, like embedding Google Meet or Zoom kind of a thing? Why build rather than use something? Want to understand the reason behind it?
So first thing was we were very curious to know how this video consultancy, the video streaming and audio streaming works. So we got to know the technology used behind that. We got to know the Theo.js and the socket part. Then to have our own video
So it's
consultancy
more
was a plus
secure.
point.
So also everything is in our hand.
Got it. Okay. And the medicine list, how did you get that? Like, is it a service, or did you crawl some site and pull it in
Yeah,
your
we
DB?
basically have a fixed.
So we got a PDF of the list of the data. So then we converted it into a JSON file, and then we used it in our website.
Got it. Got it. And the last, I think you showed it in the last 2 seconds when you said an ambulance is coming. Like how does that feature work? Like, or where is more? It showed a pop-up. Beyond that, if I'm really waiting for an ambulance, a pop-up and okay is not enough. There is something which probably where the ambulance is, or how would you integrate with that? What is a service? Like book test, you had a service, like you are going to connect with SRL. For ambulance, what would you do? Like, how would you connect it with, like, if I really need an ambulance at some point?
So the form has been submitted, and then we can send a email to the
We will see if any ambulance
to the hospital for an emergency. So
yeah,
for that we
nearest hospital, and
need
we
a
will
tie-up.
Got it. Tie up with nearest hospital. Okay. That's all the questions I had. Priyank, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Hari. So I had the same question like ambulance one. In fact, we can track our Swiggy order and our pizza order, right? At least we can track our ambulance where the ambulance it is right now. So that was the expectation, right? The second thing is you have mentioned a medical info in your medicine info, and you list all the medicines. But is it legal to sell medicines without prescription? No.
So
we are not selling the medicines. We are just providing the user the information of the different types of medicines. Like this is just for information. We are not selling the medicine.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, and have you done any research that how up to what extent you can store a record of any patient?
Sorry.
Saving a medical history, is it legal in India or not? If I'm a patient, you have
like
a
it's
description
patient
there
choice to store his history, so he can choose if he want to store or not.
So, is it feature audit there?
No,
not right now, sir.
Not yet. Like we actually wanted to add this like user history option. The
Yeah,
user
but
will
due to
be directed
time,
to the form. Yeah.
but due to time constraint, we weren't able to add that feature.
Actually, we just have to add one form where user can fill the entire details, and we can just extract that data, and we can store here in user information, and we can also create one panel for that.
Okay. So my question was on the flip side. Is it legal to store information? You can store information, that is fine.
Until and unless the consent of user is there, then it is
correct. So in India, if you know developing anything in the medical or a fintech side, make sure you follow all the regulations, else you will be in a trouble, right? So,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Good one.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
so
sir.
I have few questions. Are you guys still there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So this is a very good app. I really like the UI. So this is good. One thing, can you go to the register part? In the register part, I saw that there is an option to upload the doctor's degree, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Upload. So how you are handling this uploads thing? I want to understand from the implementation perspective.
So we have actually we have provided the if else condition in our rendering.
No.
So like if this.
No. Scroll down.
So what happens here is that when doctors fill this form, after checking on this, are you a doctor? So it goes to the database, but it doesn't register. It shows that your account has been given for the verification. So we will verify, and give the doctor email, his password and his account so that he can then access
No,
it. So,
no, wait. I think you have not understood my question. Let me repeat again. So if you scroll down, there is option to upload the image, right? Scroll down here. There is option to upload the image, right? Here you're asking to upload. So I want to understand how you have implemented that image part. Where
we have done is that there is function, I guess, express upload. So it uses that, and we have created a folder uploads. So what happens is that when user uploads here, so that particular PDF or photo gets saved in that upload folder, and its address gets saved in the database. And when we host this website, so that upload folder will be there in the server. So like it acts
I
as a
understand. So
database.
the picture is stored on the server and the address or the name is stored in the database. And while fetching, you are matching it over there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, that is the correct way. This is what I want to understand. If you would have said that I am storing image in database, then that is bad. Okay. 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 Another thing, there is an appointment section. In the appointment section, you demonstrated that there is a button, right? Link where you are going for a video call and all, right? So
Yes, sir.
what is the expiration criteria for that link? Is it only one time use?
No, sir.
No, sir.
For video
We have
consultation.
given the doctor complete access for that expiration. Even if doctor wants, doctor can delete that particular appointment and within if he wants. Yeah.
No, can you show me that?
Show that.
Yes, sir. I'll log into the doctor's email. Yeah. As we can see here, we have 2 or 3 requests for the video links and for the appointments also. So here, after if after the doctor has accepted the appointment, it will be reflected in the user section also. And after, if the appointments and all are done, so doctor can come here and manually click on this delete button, and that appointment section is deleted from that database completely. So from user also it is completely deleted, and from doctor also.
Video call link also. No?
Even also for the video call, we have provided same and the connection link is like a unique ID generated.
No,
that
I
nobody
understand. So let us look at this scenario. Right now, I am having a call with one guy, and I am a doctor. I have 10 appointments a day. After going for the 10 appointments a day, you want me to come back to this website, click on delete button 10 times to delete all 10 links?
So doctor have a choice. So whichever, if you are done with that patient, so he can. So he have to select now if you are done with this patient or you want to continue with this patient.
No, I would say, see, for every consultation you are charging money. So I would suggest that you should have this link usable only one time. Once the consultation is over, this link should be deleted automatically, or for all the next consultation, the customer has to pay again for this link or this, user, this feature to work. Because as a doctor, I don't have time to delete again the things manually. Look from the usability perspective. That is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, sir, but there might be some technical issues where user might get disconnected and or the doctor might get disconnected. So here we have provided this complete consent of complete to the doctor. If both user and the doctor are willing to end the conversation, then only we can delete. Or if there is any technical issue, then there is the payment of the user is completely waste.
Okay, that is fine. Okay, so that is good. Two final feedback. One feedback is I have seen while you are demoing, you are always using gmail.com with capital G. That is wrong. Never use that.
No, actually that formatting is of that particular font family is like that. But the thing is,
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, because this looks weird
in the
to me.
database we can see the values are all are small actually.
Okay.
We have just used that particular font family which just
Okay,
capitalize
this looks weird to me. That G I have never seen. And second point is when you book the appointment, the spelling of ambulance is wrong. So please make a note before demo. Okay, so that is all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And one last thing, at least that connection link must have used at least once, because both the patient and paid, and without accessing that link, doctor should not delete the. Doctor should not have the delete button. And
we can add that constraint.
There is some more logic to be handled over this connection part, but that is fine for this demo.
Right.
Yeah, actually the time constraint was there, so
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. I don't know about y'all, but judges, after these sessions, I'm feeling all the tech juices in my brain flowing. So without any further ado, we'll call upon the next team.
Wait. I have a request. At least give me 2 minutes to fill out the
Okay.
forms. Okay, just
Yeah.
please 2 minutes.
Sure, sir. I'll just the next group, group number 48, Hackaholics, y'all can be ready on standby till the judges fill up their scores.
Yeah, I think we can go ahead. Maybe like 2 minutes gap or 3 minutes gap between each participant is good.
Okay, sir. Sure. Group number 48, are you all ready?
Yes.
Okay, great. All the best, guys.
Thank you.
So good afternoon to one and all present. We are group number 48 and our application is based on virtual health assistant, which is near doc. So I'll quickly give an overview of our problem statement. Since in COVID-19 pandemic situation, people often avoid visiting to doctor and leave their home. So our application near docs will help people to monitor their health parameter. The features we have implemented in our project are the book appointment, where the patients can book doctor's appointment, video consultancy, wherein the patients can consult the doctor through video calling, medicines, wherein the people can buy the medicines, and lab test booking. Here the patients can book the lab test from home. So what's unique in our project? The features which are very unique in our project are the emergency service, where user will be assisted in case of emergencies, crowdfunding platforms where all the fundraising websites have been provided, medical chatbot wherein the patients can chat with the chatbot about their symptoms, blood bank wherein it will show all the blood bank nearby us. So this is all. Thank you. Now Trisha will be showing the demonstration of our project. Trisha, over to you.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. I am Trisha. So today I will be presenting the demo of our website. Our website is a one-stop solution to all problems, be it senior citizen or bedridden patient who are unable to visit the hospital, or be it the people who are hesitant to visit the hospital due to the pandemic. So to decrease the risk of transmitting the virus to either patient or the healthcare workers, we have come up with a solution here, doc. Okay, so this is our landing page. So here we have a little detail about our website. So at the side, we have a chatbot. So through the chatbot, the patient can either see some emergency numbers or they can check for some illness. So these first the chatbot will ask what are the symptoms that they are facing, and then based on the symptoms, it will suggest what the illness is, probably what could be the illness and the treatment. Okay, so now moving on. So first we have two sections: login as patient and login as doctor. So first we'll go into the patient section. I'll directly log in. So this is the patient's homepage. So now first thing we'll do is make an appointment. Here the patient can select the city. For now we have just entered 2 cities. the specialty and search for the doctors. Here we are going to provide a list of doctors. So here we have 2 doctors. So here they can select the date and the time slot. I think there's some glitch. Okay, so there's some glitch over here. I'll move on to the next part.
Select the other doctor.
Okay, so it's working here. Okay, so the appointment has been booked. So moving on to the next feature, we have lab tests. So here basically the user can book the tests. So I'll just add some test into the cart. And then I can check out. So here we have the total amount. I have just added some dummy things for now. I just place the order. So here we have used Razorpay API. After that, the user can tag the order using the order ID. So here it's 29. So we can just tag it. So here it shows the order has been placed and the timing. So next we have is the financial aid section. Here basically this is a fundraising platform. So in case if a patient is facing some financial crisis, they can just go into one of these websites. Okay. Next we have is a blood bank section. So here it shows the a patient can just search for the nearest blood bank and they can call on the provided number. Next we have book ambulance. Here we have 3 types of ambulance. So based on that, a user can book an ambulance. Again, we have the same thing. A user can book the nearest ambulance. Next we have our medicine section. So here it's again the same thing where a user can purchase medicine. They can check out. It's exactly like the lab section, lab test section. So I'll just move on to the next thing. So here this section basically shows the meetings, the scheduled appointments for the day. So here the patient can join the meet. So here they are redirected to the Zoom link. So I'll just log out. Now we'll move into the doctor section. So again, in the doctor section, we have the appointments. Here as well, the doctor can join the meet and they will be redirected to the Zoom link. And again, we have the same things like the lab test and the medicine section that was provided in the patient section. Now I'll sign in as patient again. Here we have one more section called as emergency. So in this section, we basically have some videos and the step-by-step procedure in case of emergency, or a patient can directly chat with a chatbot. So here it shows a little detail about it. So that's all for our project. Thank you.
That was a really nice project. We can clearly see your efforts. So I would request judges to ask questions.
So my first question, sorry, I'm going first. So you have implemented chatbot. Could you please explain more about chatbot? How you completed that? It's what's the idea? What's the technology stack you have used?
Yes, sir. So the chatbot which we have used in our emergency section, wherein we have saw that whatever emergency incident taking place. So basically, it assists us or whatever.
So I'm asking about technicality,
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
functionality.
okay. So we have used Dialogflow by Google for building a chatbot.
Okay, all right. And you have inserted all the data, or you are fetching from some other APIs?
Yes, sir. So actually over there, if we have a proper data set, then we can use that. But we were not getting the data which we were expecting. So for now, I means we have inserted few questions. So accordingly, he's working on that. We can add more questions accordingly.
Yeah,
So
makes
that,
sense.
yeah.
Thank you.
We have questions from other judges.
I have a question. I expect Priyank to ask that about selling of medicine. What is the how you are handling that? Because see, selling of medicine is a very risky thing. Everybody cannot sell. Everybody cannot buy. There are a lot of risk involved. So, what is your thought on that?
Yes, sir. So you are right. We can't directly sell medicines. So our thought behind keeping that was since we are like consulting with the doctor on a platform, so through video calling. So in that case, also due to the current means past current going COVID pandemic, so like every patient was not able to contact with the or connect to the doctor directly. So therefore they are connecting through application. So in that, if in while consider while a doctor is considering a patient, so in that case he can prescribe the medicine to that particular patient. So if the doctor is prescribing the medicine, then only patient can buy it.
No, let me ask again this question. So I am talking about some legalities. For example, have you done some analysis on like who can sell medicine and what are the laws regarding selling of medicine online? Because even if, okay, just give you an example, if you have to open a medicine shop in your area also, you have to go through a lot of different kind of or a special kind of permission. It's not as easy as opening any other shop. The same goes for online shop also. It's a basically online shop for medicine, right? So have you done some kind of research in that?
Yeah, sir, actually, sorry, want to say something?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so sir, actually we were initially planning to take the prescriptions, and then accordingly the patients can buy medicines. Without that, we actually thought of adding that, but due to time constraint we couldn't. But future we will definitely add that.
Okay, that is cool. That is cool. Okay, another question is regarding the video link. I can see that in case there is no delete or remove functionality for that. So how you are handling once the video call is over? What is your plan for that? So once my consultation is over, what will happen to that particular link?
So suppose if we have to select with a patient for an appointment, has to select a time slot. So sir, we can trigger run an SQL trigger that after that time that video from video link get deleted from the database. So it will not show on the table. So we can implement like that also, sir.
Okay, this is one possible solution, but it opens a lot of problem. Problem is number one will be database, database consistency across backend and frontend. If I am a doctor, I am already logged in, and at the same time the backend code runs, then you have to update it. You have to push the data from backend to frontend. So again, there's another technical challenge. Second technical challenge is maintaining the time zone. That is another problem. So that might not be a viable solution, but that is fine. There is a good idea that you are thinking of that. But maybe you can look into a way where you can, and also as you have shown in the demo, you are talking about the timings, but I can see as soon as I book the slot, the link was available, right? So I can click on the link and I can open that. And doctor has not accepted it. It's a one-way communication. It should not be that case, right? Doctor should accept the appointment. It should be a two-way communication. So that is something that you need to look on. So that is one feedback I would say. And another feedback I would say is that your landing page is good. Chatbot thing is very good, which I really like. There are a few UI glitches. One is on login page, which you can see that the placeholder is not working correctly. And another part is where at one place you are showing the data where you are showing the JSON, you are not showing in the tabular format. That is one problem, but that is good. For the time constraints, the whole website is good. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I had one question on the, I think we had this blood bank and features and where you're listing things. What was your, and even the same thing was what you are reusing for labs as well. What is your plan on, I didn't get to see, maybe you didn't have enough time to implement it. Like what would happen? Like, do I click on one of the labs and you'll take me to that lab's website? Or you would give me a form where I can, from your site itself, book a slot in that particular lab? What do you have now, and what is your vision for the future for blood bank and booking labs feature?
So, sir, since it's our organization, as a startup, we will have our lab, and when a user books a lab test, our executives will go at the given address and take their sample from the home, and we will test it from our lab only, and then we can even after particular lab testing is done, we can even mail the reports, or also Gmail, or also on through this app we can give the reports also.
Got it. So if I get it right, your long-term plan is to build the labs itself, like where you do these tests. Or
Yes,
when you said your labs, is it yours or is it your partners types?
So like a partner type.
Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, that's and what's in this? How do you plan to what is your revenue plan, or what are the features do you think in this will think to make the most money? Like, which are the features you're excited about? This is what which will make us rich.
Actually, we were excited more about the emergency section. Actually, due to time constraint, we were not able to implement a button like in case of emergency. We will we will directly connect to a doctor. It's like a call center we have of our doctors. And in case of emergency, where suppose a case of choking or like a fire or electrocution, where or it's a rural areas, it may be delay due to ambulance, lack of ambulance or a medical facility. We can actually directly connect to a doctor through a video call. So we were actually excited about that emergency section.
Video call. Okay. All right. That's all I had.
Do we have any more doubts? I think we can move on. So thanks a lot, Team Hackaholics 2.0.
Thank you.
So moving on. Next, we have with us Team 68, that is Tech Gangster. So is Team 68 here? Yeah. So you guys will be having 7 minutes. So please stick to the time constraint. You guys can start.
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, good evening, everyone present over here. This is Utkarsh Salvi with his team Tech Gangster. We would like to present to you. Okay, why is this glitching so much? Okay. So we would like to show you our problem statement first. So our problem statement was cash flow. I'm still not. Okay, I'll show it to you in this mode because it's glitching in the slideshow. I don't know why. Zoom might be having a few glitches. So yeah, my problem statement was cash flow. So my problem statement is that to develop an application which helps user to view and analyze and to study their overall expenditures, at the same time scan a receipt, even though it be handwritten. So what's the first and foremost basic problem this country is facing? Or it was invented back in 1999, and then there were some people who were like, no, PayPal won't take off. But presently in 2020, more than 28% of Indians have accommodated and acknowledged the practices of online banking, credit card, etc. These are few transactions which you will have enormous amount of data with you, but nothing to visualize it or even to show it or even to make it simple for you to understand. There will be text, there will be numbers, there will be Excel sheets, there will even be ups and downs and percentage charts, etc., etc. So what makes us unique is we give you a hassle-free, non-clunky UI, which basically drops down the idea of chatbot, and it's so very simple that even my 10-year-old cousin could navigate through it. At the same time, we are giving you charts to visualize it. Presently, we are trying to get more and more data and to adopt to the charts. At the same time, we're segregating items into relevant categories like clothing, lifestyle, food, etc., etc. And at the same time, we'll give you allocation. So the bit of overspending to which we are majorly neglecting might not occur, and let's hope this benefits India and teenagers. So our major focus is Gen Z because it's tech savvy. At the same time, they are the future. And the tech stack which we have implemented is HTML, JavaScript, and Bootstrap for front end. For back end, we have SQLite and JavaScript again. At the same time, frameworks we have used are Flask, OpenCV for scanning the bills, Cloud Vision API, basic Python libraries, and TensorFlow and BERT transformers. So thank you, and I'd like to hand it to Kavya for demonstration.
Hello. Good evening. I hope my screen is visible. So I'll be running this project again, just a minute. How do I remove this? Wait. So this is a landing page. Like as soon as you open the website, this is what you will see. We have tried to make the UI as simple as possible. So as soon as you enter the page, you are prompted to either be a new user to the website or log in. For example, if I want to become a new user, so I'll be putting in the details. I will put my approximate income value. I will also put my email address. My password. Now, please note that I am putting the password as 1234 and the confirm password as 4321. And this will not allow me to go to the next page. It will not let me create a new user. Initially, this page used to get refreshed, but then with the suggestions, we have tried to keep the data as intact, but not let me create a new user. So like the password don't match, but the data is still there. So the user will just change the password. So now I'll be creating a new password. One more thing to notice, this email ID already exists. So again, it will not let me create a new user. So these are the small features that we added so that the user interface is appreciated. And I'm not creating a new user because I don't want to waste time. So I'll be logging in with my email address. So once we are in, okay, so this have not changed. This is our home page, and as we scroll down, we can analyze it. Actually, the reason I chose my particular email ID is because I have saved all the data using my email ID. Of course, if I am a new user and if I upload the bill, the data will start getting added in the database. So right now I'm using my old ID where I have already inputted few dummy data and also uploading the bills. So for example, I can analyze my data in such a way. This is not a part of the UI. This I'm showing just to show that it's actually linked to our database. This graph is perfectly dynamic and it is completely connected to our database. So as our database changes, our graph will also change. So currently this is showing the total expenditure I had for this particular month. This graph will always show the expenditure I am doing for 4 particular weeks. So, and if I click on categories, it will show the expenditure I have done for the 4 categories that we have created: food, rent, lifestyle, and others. For example, like rent, I used to pay in the first week of the month. So I can see only one dot over here saying that I have paid the rent. This part of the presentation is currently stationary because we only had 2 days to implement this project. What this part was actually supposed to do was, it was supposed to compare the expenditure you had for one particular month and the previous month. If your expenditure exceeds compared to the previous month, it will show a red color saying that you have you have spent more, like 45% more than what you have spent last month. We have tried to create the UI very simple. Instead of like showing increase and decrease and too many words, psychologically it will be very hard for the person to see. We have used colors. Yeah. So let us upload one image. Let us upload a bill. For example, I have a bill over here, grocery bill. I'll be uploading it. Upload. So now, whenever I click on upload, it uses the API. We can actually upload the bill in any form. The bill can be in handwritten. The bill can be in printed form. It can be a screenshot. And the bill can also be slightly tilted. It need not be perfectly aligned. Even then, our API is strong enough to collect the data out of it. We have deployed the API for the OCR on the Amazon website, Amazon Web Service, which is called as AWS. After that, it converts the bill to the text and prices. Then this text and prices, which we can see over here, is given to the neural networks, which will segregate the data into 4 categories, which are clothes, lifestyles, rent, etc. And then it is added to the database. Also, one more thing, threshold. When you are being a new user, the threshold is automatically settled, but you can also change your threshold. And every time your total expenditure exceeds your threshold, it will send an alert message. For example, the current threshold was just 10,000. We had that alert message as soon as we enter the website. Like I reduce the threshold, I'll change it. I don't know why is it taking time. It's okay, we'll go to the next part of it. We have also created one more page called the budget. I don't know why is it taking so long.
Is it there is some filling?
There is no error because it's showing no error in my
Okay.
over here.
Would someone else share a screen and show the demo because your time is already up? So it would be better if you can make some faster.
So honestly, sir, we could have tried, but our laptops are damn hot right now. We have trained so many TensorFlow models over it. It is really heating up like crazy. If you want, I could show you the TensorFlow models. Okay, apart from this, in the budget one, what we did was we made an allocations for all the 4 categories. I'll just give you a summarization. And if you ever exceed that category, the color would turn red, you would get a notification. That's the simplest thing which we could do. And
okay,
when I asked,
here we go. 1 second.
Okay.
Here it comes. This is our budget allocation. This is one of the extra features that we added. We have also allocated the budget according to your particular category. For example, here are the 4 categories. I can change the category like food 20%. The pie chart changes accordingly. Rent, lifestyle, and the green part is your savings. Also, one more thing, that if your you have already spent more than your threshold that you have set over here, more than the budget you have set over here, it will give you a warning saying that it will like change the color of your text that says that you have already exceeded your rent. For example, your rent over here shows 3,000, and obviously my rent was way more than 3,000 rupees. So it will try to warn the user saying that you have exceeded your rent. Also, coming back, wait a second. Coming back to home. Okay. Yeah, now this threshold, I had said the threshold is 1,000 rupees, and that's why it shows that the threshold has exceeded. And again, if we come back over here, you can see there's a change in the food items over here because we had uploaded a grocery bills. So right now the grocery bills is actually just 500 rupees, and it's nothing compared to 18,000. That's why we cannot see a direct reflect in the graph, but there is definitely a change in the graph. Small change, which is not visible to human eye. So this is our team, sir. We can also change your income as you want. I'll try changing the threshold again. Yeah, so now I have changed the threshold, logged in successfully. Now I'm not getting the alert saying that you have exceeded your threshold. So this is all about a project, sir. And I'm very sorry for the technical glitch that happened before, because it's happening for the first time, I'll be honest. That's
Always happens, Murphy's law. No worries. So first off, I want to understand more about the neural net. Like there is some amount of machine learning stuff you have. Is it something you had implemented, or is it there's sometimes you could just use a third-party API service? Could you talk about the classification part?
Yes, surely. Yeah, so basically okay, my screen is no, okay. So I basically use TensorFlow Hub and TensorFlow Text. So TensorFlow Hub has a BERT transformer API, right, which helps me with the processor, with the preprocessor and the encoder part of the BERT transformer. So why BERT transformer? Because that is the one which is free, which is available at the same time. It is a contextual transformer. It will not only just take the word embedding, but it's positional embedding at the same time. Because now let's assume that you have ordered a coffee in a grocery bill, and at the same time below you have a shirt coffee color. In this, both the coffees are in different context, right? The first coffee is food, the second coffee is an adjective which is for the color, and the item belongs to the lifestyle section. So for that we used BERT transformer, and I had kept the activation function to sigmoid. It gave me a roughly 90% accuracy over the test data, and the predictions were accurate because it was okay, just let me open it. Yeah, so it gave me almost 54 correct predictions for two
Sorry
wrong
to
predictions.
interrupt. Utkarsh, are you sharing the screen?
Yes, Utkarsh, please.
Okay, should I share the screen or should I just give you the data? Or sure, okay, I'll just share the screen. That would be much better. No, not this. A minute. Yeah, I'll just share the entire thing, and I'll just open it over here. I'm so sorry for the technical glitches, but I'm trying, and this is actually a really old computer.
I have a question to ask. Why do you need to train ML in your machine?
So we could use Colab, but I live in a forest area, and there has been a Wi-Fi line that was cut out by the monkeys, so I was unable to connect with the internet.
Oh,
so
okay.
Sorry for that.
Okay, so monkey is the problem. Okay, that is a good point.
I actually clicked a photo, and so sorry.
No, that is fine. That is fine. That is fine.
Yeah. So this I'll just launch a Jupyter notebook over here. Okay. Yeah. So the Jupyter notebook is up, and yeah, this is. I actually saved this model for that one particular reason, so I won't have to do the whole thing again. See, over here I ran it for 10 epochs. So yeah, in the model summary, you could see that I have kept it very simple. We just had 769 trainable parameters, 768 were which of the tensor. And then we used a simple Adam optimizer, and this is the 10 epochs for which I trained. In the end, I got an accuracy score of 0.85, and on the test data, as I said, it was 0.87. So these were the metrics which we obtained at the end. So yeah, for every 51 true zeros, we had 8 false zeros, and for every 94 true ones, we had 12 false ones, which is okay because the data set I created it on my own. I was not finding anything on Kaggle too. Kaggle had everything with images. I don't know why. And yeah, if there was more time, I would have just sent a form across many people and gathered more data, but due to time constraint, so sorry. And yeah, so this is the prediction which I made in the end, where duckbill shoe is a lifestyle item and a coffee was a food item. And the OCR part was done by Dishant. If you have any doubts, you could ask Dishant for that.
So hello, sir. Good evening. We use the Cloud Vision API for the OCR. I'll just share my screen quickly and give an overview. Yes. So we use Cloud Vision API for the OCR, but small problem with Cloud Vision is that it gives the coordinates of the text and not the text in a sequence. So to take our text in sequence, we applied simple algorithms here. We took the average of the y coordinates of the upper bound and lower bound of each text and grouped them together to get our text together, and applied some regular expressions to remove all the dates, the times, and some quantities like 1.5 liter and all from the prices quantity which we want, because we have separated it in that way. Like I'll show you, I'll run one simple thing, grocery bill again, which Kavya uploaded there.
I think we are going to too much into tech depth. I think that is not required. Let us look into the from the business perspective. So okay, I want to understand. Right now what you have implemented is at a very basic level or very simple level. So what is your plan to expand it in future? How you are planning to expand your application?
So what we'll be doing, we are thinking that we'll be using cloud services to get a speed in the market, and we'll take the help of Google advertisements related to these things on our website, and some other framework or some ready-made utilities such as WordPress or Wix to improve our search engine optimization for the business purpose, and also develop an application, mobile application for easy use. And in this we also have that feature of tilted things, and that was all done by taking an image, and since the edge detection does not work very well with the text beneath, so for that also we did some we applied our own algorithm in that. And yes, we have a lot of scope for this in future.
So what's the like, if you have to make this, if you have to make money out of this, like how would you go about it? Like, is there a pro plan? Is there some things which would, like,
so
what's the business model
we
behind
could
it?
roll out this as a wallet. We actually discussed the pro plan as a future scope. So there were basically two pro plans. One in which you could get a mobile application with a primitive level of OCR, at the same time some basic charts which will help you visualize them better, understand where you're spending, where you're not. And the premium pro plan in which we were trying to integrate it with UPI. So basically every transaction you make to Paytm or GPay, even that would be recorded. And you could get a monthly expenditure, at the same time weekly, and more diversifications on the analysis part, which would be solely done on the back end by us. But due to time constraint, we were just able to show this much.
We'll also be trying to scale this application, as now also we've hosted this, we've deployed this app, the server side of this app for this API, and then pre-processing of the images on AWS. And the same can be done for the front end as well on another server, on another instance, so that distributing our servers yes, web services will help us in the market.
Like as Utkarsh mentioned, that we are talking about wallets, we can have fintech wallets which are connected to the banks. So when the banks come into account, we are going to earn the interest with the money people are putting inside the wallet. Like we can give them some special, we can say why we should put the money in the wallet, because maybe they will get extra interest, or maybe they'll get extra coupons. So using that interest, we can earn. So that is how we thought.
God.
So with their money, we are kind of earning. Yes. Sir.
Okay, this is not a good idea. Please don't think about that. I just want to say, I don't want to go in detail, but this is not a good idea. You can get into a lot of legal issues. Okay, so please don't do that.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, with the premium pro and that plans, yeah, we'll definitely work that out. I mean, we actually have worked that out, but rolling out it as a mobile app seemed fine than the website.
Reverse. Okay. So, any other questions, sir?
I guess all the judges.
No, nothing from my end.
Okay, great.
I have
Thank
a
you.
question, but I request you to drop a message on chat window. Why you name yourself Tank Gangster? Just drop a message.
Surely, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Surely, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, judges, 2 minutes for the scoring part. So take your time.
I guess you and Unnati both need a tea or coffee, maybe. Shreya and Unnati.
Okay, judges, we can go ahead.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so next we have group number 66, that is VAT. So guys, all the best.
Thank you, Shreya. I'll quickly share my screen. So let's just dive right into it. And our problem statement is Proctor 8. And due to COVID-19, remote learning has been a constant, and so have been online examinations. But proctoring has always been a task, and even the problems with the unfair practices have always been a problem. So the problem statement poses to develop an application that can monitor students throughout exams without the need of teacher's aid. Now, the current solution assumes to have two platforms as such. One, something like Google Forms or Microsoft Surveys for writing the exam, and another one would be a video conferencing application like Meet, Teams, or Zoom, and for manual proctoring. Now, our problem statement expects us to develop to remove the need of a manual proctor to basically automatically proctor it. Now, after heavy market and user research, we realized that the products available in the market are paid. So products like liveexam.co.in are paid, and after user research, after taking feedback from our mentors, we also realized that the user experience of such platform isn't up to the mark from both ends. And by both ends, I mean the client, the organization has to upload the questions on their platform, and even on the student side, the experience is not frictionless. So, and moreover, the product does not seem to have an accessible admin dashboard. So that's where we come into picture. Presenting you Arc, a proctoring solution, the only proctoring solution you will ever need. We are Team VAT. VAT is not value-added tax. We are Vivek, Akshay, and myself, Tushar. And Arc is a straightforward framework built for online proctoring to create online tests within minutes effortlessly. We would have called this this application destruction, because it is for students. Moving on to the architecture, I'll take a few seconds to explain the architecture real quick. So the basic framework of our application revolves around proctoring. So we have made sure that once the user is registered well into the system, during the login, during the exam day, he or she will enter the email, password, and we will take a snapshot for face verification that we initially took for during registration. And registration is done well in advance. After that, the test will start and it will go in full screen mode. After that, there are multiple checks throughout happening periodically. So if a user tries to exit the full screen, the form will be technically blocked. He won't be able to mark the answers, so the form will be disabled. Apart from that, there are multiple tabs open, check, and if tabs are greater than 2, basically, again, the form will be blocked, and the user won't be able to access the form, and a message will be displayed to close the forms or go back to the full screen. Finally, talking about the ML part of it, I think on to you, Vivek.
Thank you, Tushar. So we are capturing audio as well as video, and we are taking snapshots after definite intervals of time. In the snapshots, we are looking for multiple checks like multiple people detection, the percentage of face covered, his head pose estimation, and human space detection. Now the priority as well as the threshold for each of this warning is entirely we have given right to the admin to set it during the creation of the test. Because suppose like because the human speech detection, this really depend on the sensitivity of each of the microspores. So it's not that trustable, and if the admin does think that way, then he can reduce his priority. So for each of these warning, there is a threshold. We have set default 2 for each of the warnings. If this exceeds, the exam will be terminated. If all warnings are greater than the threshold count, then the exam will terminate with a message saying, please contact your admin. Now we have given admin a dashboard where he can live check which students are terminated, how many warnings each student got, and how many different types of warnings. So we are giving charts and everything on the dashboard only. Now it's admin choice to monitor the exam during live. Suppose there are like 10,000, 15,000 participants and he cannot do so, he can let it be. So if the threshold exceeds, there will be no entertaining for any of the excuses. But if he get a genuine reason,
Awesome.
yeah, okay, yeah, continue.
So essentially, every warning is counted as is set according to a priority, and if that exceeds the threshold, the exam will be simply terminated. And the priority that we have come up with is that the face cover is at most priority, followed by multiple people detection, just in case someone walks in. Just in case someone walks in accidentally, and finally voice detection is of our least priority, reason being since there can be noise from outside and so on and so forth, and it depends on microphone quality. So if the total number of warnings exceed that threshold amount that we have initially set, the exam will be simply terminated. Now, moving to the demonstration part, let's jump to the landing page of our website. So advanced and automated proctoring solution, and here we have a direct CTA call to action for admin and students both. So they can directly create a test, and if a user is logged in, if a student is logged in, he can directly add a unique test code that will be given to the admin who will create the test. Let's look at the features real quick. We have powerful and lightweight features, face verification, multiple people detection, and voice detection. Apart from that, there are multiple checks. The DevTools check. So essentially, there is something called emulator, where you can actually switch it off and it won't be able to detect whether the tab goes into full screen or not. So to avoid that problem altogether, or if some students tend to mess up around DevTools, we have created a DevTools check that will simply terminate the exam right away. Our topmost priority that if someone tries to mess with the DevTools, we will directly disable the exam, followed by a full screen check and a multiple tabs check. Now for multiple tabs, we needed to build a browser extension. So here it is. It can tell us the number of open tabs and so on and so forth. After that, our final and the most important feature is that how will the organization actually upload the questions. So for that, we actually thought of a very good solution. So users tend to have a great user experience if they have a familiar user interface. So I think there is someone messing with the annotation. Oh, all right, no problem. So it effortlessly integrates with Google Forms or Microsoft Survey. So essentially, the admin has to do is create a sample form and send us the link that is available over here. So all they have to do is give us the link. We will embed it for them, and we will have an overlay over the top of the form so that we can easily disable the form whenever required and terminate the exam whenever required. And the best part about this is that you get a live status for admin dashboard. We will look at it real quick, and the best part, it's free. So let's create a test. Essentially, creating a test requires us to add these details. But the most important part is question paper link. Anyone is frankly open to create a test, and they will be provided with a link. Now, to avoid that, we have actually set up an admin dashboard beforehand, and these tests have been uploaded. Now, these tests have been arranged chronologically. It will be added. So irrespective of how the user adds it, it will be arranged automatically. And this is the, suppose this is the code. And if I try to copy this, I'll copy this and I will post it. I'll post it in the organization channel. So suppose for us, it is Teams. We communicate via Teams. So teachers actually send us the Google Form link, and then they monitor us via Teams. So essentially, we have left it up to the organization how they want to send it. So if I send here, I'll copy the code and send it. Now as a student, what I will do is jump to our homepage and I'll just join. And this is how the exam looks like right now. And essentially, it just jumps back in the full screen mode. Now, as you can see, okay, so I'll have to turn off my camera real quick since we are detecting it. So I'll just do that. So, so this is where it is periodically capturing and sending data as we saw on the architecture. And if we try to get out of the full screen, or if we try to supposedly access the dev tools, then it essentially it starts giving warnings, and after it reaches a certain threshold, it will start blocking the exam. So DevTools have been opened and full screen mode has been disabled. So essentially, the warning count is increasing. It keeps increasing depending on however, and I won't. Oops, my bad. So that's about it as for the warnings. And let's jump back to the responses to the ML model. I'll pass it on to my teammate.
Yeah, thanks, Tisha. So jumping on to the responses to the ML model and the checks we are monitoring. This is the first warning that came from the check of if the candidate has been in a full screen mode or not. Moving on to the next. Yeah, Tushar, next slide. Yeah, and this is another warning. We are checking here if the candidate is trying to open or access the dev tools, so he can copy or cheat. Moving to the next, and this is where ML models are giving these warnings. By using ML models, we are checking if the user is if the candidate is if the candidate space is visible or not. If it is not visible clearly, then the ML model will give a response and it will throw a warning. Likewise, next, if the multiple peoples are detected, then this is also done by an ML model. Moving to the next slide.
Achievements that we are proud of. This is something that sorry, Vivek. So achievements that we are proud of is something that we thought of speaking while we are on record. It is something that we are proud of is that we try to follow good software development practices. So we build the system via model. We first build the architecture, then we designed.
Tushar, wrap it up, Tushar. It's time over.
Okay, my bad. So essentially, yeah, and then we coded, and these are the technologies that we used for building the solution. And finally, if the judges have question about revenue model, we will be happy to take it, since we don't have time right now. That's it. Thank you. We are open to questions.
Do we have any questions?
Could you talk about the ML models and what part of the things which you built? Is there any API or services or built-in available models which you are able to reuse? Or how was this implemented in this particular case?
Sir, Tushar, I would like to take that. So we get the efficient D2 set model from TensorFlow.hub for which was trained on Coco 2017 dataset. So it essentially detects people as well as other things as well. Here we are just using it to detect like a number of people present in, and we are also manipulating the threshold. If it is really sensitive, it will like we can maximum number of person that can be detected. As well as for the head pose estimation, we are using first we are extracting all the features. There are various models available for that for facial key points. There are 68 in total and 5 major can be used. Then what we are doing is, for that there are various models available like mediapipe.com or other as well, and they can detect. Then we are using a P2P network for pose estimation, where we are first finding out the camera intrinsics, and thus making the bounding box, annotation boxes, as well as the rotation and translations vector that come with it. Then it depends on us how many poses that we want to detect. Now suppose like while subjective, if there is a subjective paper, looking downward is mandatory, like he have to write, so we can't detect that down. So we have just for now detecting the extremes, like total right, total left, yeah, like total corner cases. And in the problem statement itself, it was asked to track eye tracking. There are various models available for that also, but we didn't include that because people tend to look here and there even while thinking. So that's why we removed it. And also for the voice recognition, we use the built-in browser voice recognition, but it is highly dependent on the microphone. And we have a API service made in Flask only, which basically give outputs for all these models.
Got okay.
Do we have any more questions?
Just one question. So you first you you have uploaded, and then you and how you verify the face and the document any ID uploaded.
Like first of all, what we thought of, the admin will provide a set of user IDs to us that we have, so we can just check if someone enters, is his user ID present on the list or not. But again, that becomes manual work, because we have to minimize that, so we are not using that. So what we are doing is, it's up to the admin for where to send the link. What we are doing is, suppose he get the link, then we are matching his photo at the time of registration and the time of entering the exam, that we are taking the screenshot of. We are taking the screenshot of user while entering the exam, user ID, password, and screenshot. That page he didn't show it, but yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that should be it. Apart from that, I think we missed showing the dashboard where students basically students the students who are terminated, they can be terminated from here, and essentially this report along with all the logs of messages will be emailed to the organization itself, the creator of the tests, and that's where our revenue model comes into picture. So
yeah, and what we are doing is, we are sending the data then and there via Gmail or any other medium to the admin. We are not keeping anything on our server later, like for history and something, just to reduce the load on the server, as well as for the revenue. No, like, should I talk about the revenue model?
Yeah, go ahead, no problem.
Yeah, so what we thought of for the revenue model, we are keeping, this is all a free tier, where the main thing, the key feature is the regular checks that are happening. Suppose like for every 2 minutes. Now, if user want to minimize that he want to continuously take the screenshot as well as process it simultaneously, so that will consume a lot of our resources, and thus will pay him for charge him for that. That's one, and like other, yeah, that's it.
So essentially, customization is actually our revenue model. How much ever we will be able to give the client access, and according to that, basically those customization, we have organization tier. We'll charge them accordingly. So that's the revenue model we thought of.
Yeah, that is really good. I really like it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, I think we can move ahead. Thank you, team Vlad.
Thank you, Unnati. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Shreya.
Yeah, thanks, Tushar. So moving on, we have the next team we have is team 69, that is Team Vision with us. So team 69, you guys will be having 7 minutes. Please stick to the time.
Yeah, sure. We'll start with the presentation part. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys can start.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, so good evening, judges. I am Mayank, and my Team Vision, has created a software on the problem statement, which is multilingual undesired speech detection. It is actually a natural language processing project which detects hate speeches on online forums, and it prevents people from making any kind of undesired comments or hateful comments. So now my teammates Amit have helped in data cleaning for this project. Shivam and me have been working on the English and the Hindi language detection, and Vibhav has part of the front end GUI development. So now my teammate Amit will be taking over.
Thank you, Mayank. So the name of our application is Software Prime. It is a web application that focuses on reducing hate comments and negativity from social media. And we have used the most basic machine learning algorithm for this, SVM, support vector machine, and logistic regression, which reduces the runtime of our app. And then we have used Streamlit as a front-end development tool, which is user-friendly and adds a lot of interactivity to the app. Next slide. So we first collected data sets from Kaggle, and then we performed data cleaning and then use SVM to train the model. And then upon successful test runs, we use Streamlit to develop the web page and deploy the model. Next slide. So our app delivers accurate results because the data set is very wide, and since it is a web app, it is supported in every operating which supports web browser. Now my teammate Vibhav will take over.
Thank you, Amit. As of now, in our knowledge, there is no widely used undesired text-to-speech detection application. So the main cost of implementation will be that of data acquisition that we can extract using the data using paid Twitter APIs and other similar APIs like that. Now, for scalability, in today's world, everyone is using social media and therefore making comments on every platform has become very easy. So, bad or mean comments can lead to anger among people, leading to negativity and hatred. The software can help in reducing such comments and make social media more friendly. The features of this software are it has easy to use GUI and supports multiple languages and uses machine learning for detection and works across many platforms. The technologies that were used are Python, SVM, logistic regression, Streamlit, NumPy, Pickle, and Matplotlib. Now, my teammate Shivam will progress with demo. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll present the demo part. Just a second. So this is our app which we have generated. Since it was a machine learning model, so we did not dive deep into development of the front end because mainly machine learning problems are more about data cleaning, data training, and then testing upon the model. So I'll go into the English part. So here, like I have to just enter something and it will just tell me like whether this is an undesired speech or this is a desired speech. So I would just like something like good morning, and it will tell like, okay, there's nothing undesired about it. And let's say you are so dumb. So it is detecting like, okay, so undesired speech is found into this. Then we have made the Hindi one as well. So for Hindi, I have pre-translated some things. Just a second. So it perfectly detects like the above language is negative and coming upon the details and everything part. So like we have just added a bit of information about our thought process, our about section and the team member's name to keep the GUI and everything at a very basic level. Because we were focusing more upon like English and Hindi model, and like the Hindi model was a bit challenging because there were no available Hindi dataset. And then we also thought like what will like which particular Python library will understand the Hindi language, but we were lucky enough to work around with it. And then like we created this model. Like talking about what is our future plan about this, we have thought about making a blog site, so that blog site will be an open forum for all the anime lovers
So they can come online and they can share about all the animes that they are watching currently, give reviews about what they liked about the latest episodes, the current series or the previous ones. And then if we implement this there, then the platform will be much more cleaner. There will be no abusing or anything. So like anyone from anywhere of any age group can just go there and interact. So currently we have like using from this problem statement, we got this idea of developing it even further in the future. So I think that will be all from our presentation size. Right? If judges have any question, we are ready to answer that.
I have a question. So this looks very basic level implementation. I want to understand what is your plan to make it real time. Right now, you have manually typed the word like this is you are bad or whatever XYZ. But let's say how you are planning in your presentation, you said that you are planning to integrate with the APIs like Twitter. You said the example. So how you are planning to implement this with your Twitter API or Twitter feed?
No, sir, we are not implementing it with the Twitter API. We said that like we will for the data extraction part, like we are creating a data set. So like the machine learning model basically works. The better the data is, the better will be the accuracy of the machine learning model. Okay, so if we get better data, if we get more diverse amount of data, so we mentioned Twitter API for the data acquisition part. For our future, we are implementing this model with a like maybe online open forums. Let's say Reddit is there, Instagram is there, and then we talk about all the like we are thinking about developing our own anime blog site. So like that will be our future.
So how you are planning to integrate? That is what my question is. Let's say you said Reddit. So in Reddit, if I put a bad comment, how you will detect it?
Let's say you put a bad comment. So what will happen? Like you entered something, now it will go to their database. So what we can do is we can maybe provide a bit of a filter in between. Okay, so whatever is stored in the database, that has to go through a layer of filtration. Okay, so it goes through our model. If the model thinks, okay, this is an undesired speech, okay, this will not be stored. And maybe we can periodically just check the model like what comments it has hidden, what comment is it has removed. And so we can get a better understanding, is the model working good or not. Like I have like 10 comments. Okay, so these 10 comments are being stored in a different database that will not be visible to the open like this public. That will be for me, so that I can basically judge, is my model doing good or not. So that is my further thinking.
You are focusing more on the model training part. I would say that there are already models available. I have worked with Azure AI. There are already models available which can detect the bad things in text as well as in the image also. So there are models already available. So I just have to call an API. And if you're looking for the scalability part, let's assume that I want to implement it in an enterprise application, then money is not the problem. The company will pay for it. So I can directly get an Azure API and make a call. So your whole application will become null and void because I already have the API available. Now you are again training the model. I believe training the model again on the set of data is not too useful. Instead of that, you already have the models available. Try to use somewhere. For example, as I said, comment. If I put a comment right now, I go to Twitter and put any random hate speech, you cannot block it. How? Just tell me how you will block it from your application. For example, will you will integrate with Twitter, or you are going to implement a browser extension? How you are planning on that? That is my question.
So, like if something is displayed on a you can say a website, then it is not like it is stored into your system. Like it has to travel to the company's database. So I'm just saying that in the entire, there will be some data pipeline work. Okay, there will be some pre-processing. So we can include this thing into that. And then maybe if the model thinks, okay, this is hate speech, so I can maybe remove it. I cannot store it. I can like maybe give a warning to the user, like, okay, we our team found like this comment contains hate speech, so we will not be storing it, and we will be removing it. Kindly be kind upon this forum, or your account will be banned or something like that. So I'm saying like there's a pipeline for the entire process. No, so like in that pipeline, I can just introduce this as well, like inculcate this as a process in that, and then maybe work around. accordingly.
Okay, cool.
So,
Thank you.
So Shivam, in this, I mean, now you are basically this product, you are competing with the big giants. So let's say I have, HackerRank has a forum, and now I have three options. One, I can make a Google API, and I can, see if it has any bad words and try to use Google. Or maybe there is something like a GPT-3 or something I can use to see if there is desirable words or not. Or the third option is I'm going to use your application to check the data and so on. You tell me, why should I use yours instead of Google and GPT-3?
So mine will be much more personalized to you. Okay. So like if you use Google API, okay. So what if the Google API is like hiding those messages which are not containing any undesired speech? Let's say like the machine learning models cannot be 100% accurate. No. But if you use mine, I will give you the access to all the hidden ones as well. Okay. So I can assure you like, okay, so if 10 comments are hidden, I can show you, okay, these were the 10 comments. So you can go there, you can check it out. Okay, the model is working good. It has not hidden any sort of those comments which were not undesired. Okay, so like that will add a personalization to it. But in Google API, like changing the entire Google API system so that you can see what kind of comments were hidden by that will be a bit difficult. So mine will be like, this is yours.
But if I am the forum owner, I will still know what all Google will block. I know I can at least know what Google blocked and Google didn't block, but I know I can't change the model. Like if you're saying changing model is your customization, you let me change some parameters or weights. I agree
Like
with that.
let's say you're a coding platform, right? So what are some slangs which are used by the coders which is considered as undesired? Like no, there are different type of things said in different communities. So like Google cannot just create it for each and every use case. No, it will be like, for me it will be my side, it will be created particularly for you. I will understand you. I'll know what do you want from this, what kind of functionalities, what will be all the requirements from your side. But Google API is just like you are paying for it and they are doing it. That's it. There is no proper communication or changing or any sort of things.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, one last question from my side. Hopefully.
Yes, sir.
So how you handle the Hindi language? You mentioned you don't
Currently,
know
sir,
the
we are using, see, any NLP data has to go through with the process of vectorization. Okay, in which it contain like converts the text data into numbers, because machine cannot understand these text and everything. Okay, so what we did is, for currently we did not do any sort of vectorization part. What we did, we simply implemented a regex expression to extract any word which is greater than 2, greater than a length of 2. That was our whole plan. Because like when we saw the Hindi database part, we were panicking ourselves, like how do this machine learning algorithm understand our language? But then upon certain research, we found like, okay, you can do this regex part, which will counterize the data. And like, then we use the SVM library as well. And it was done. We did some research upon the how do they understand it. And it was like the custom analyzer part, the count vectorization, which contains which converts the text data to the numbers, was the main issue. So we created our custom analyzer and rest was automatically done as usual.
Right. We can discuss for more 50-30 minutes more on this, but have you tried using Azure Google API for a language transfer? Then Hindi to English, and then you can verify.
So we haven't tried that. We were basically focusing upon like learning how we can do it ourselves rather than like translating it. We also got that thought that we can simply translate it and then do the detection, but we tried this approach.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I guess that's it, guys.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank you,
us.
sir. Thank
you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll take a 2-minute gap now for this poll. The next team number 20, uh, ready?
Yes, we are ready. Let us know when we have to start. Should we start or we have to wait for 2 minutes?
We're done, judges, right? They can start.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we can go ahead.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Okay.
guys, all the best.
Yeah, a very good evening. I will like screen my screen share. Just- Aishwarya?
Yeah, you may start. Your screen is visible.
Yes, sir, just a second. I think Aishwarya is not able.
Maybe access denied.
Yeah. Aishwarya, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I can't see your screen shared.
Yeah, I will share it. I was waiting. Yeah. Is it visible now? Hello.
Yes, it's visible to me.
Yeah, start.
Good evening to one and all present here. So we're team access denied and our project name is Infoberg and we tend to create digital identity ecosystem. Next. So as I said, we're team access denied. I'm Aishwarya Nathani and my teammate is Nikhil Mankani. We both are from Thadomal Shahani Engineering College in our final year IT department. So now I'll start with the project explanation in very simple terms. As you know, we all interact with the bank at least once in a month. So it may be you want to open a new bank account, or maybe because you want to take a insurance, or you want to apply for a home loan. So there is a purpose you want to interact with the bank every time. Now, every time you interact, the banks always ask you the same question. They ask you to submit your basic documents like Aadhaar card, PAN card, and all. Now, imagine if you have companies or if you are a owner of 2 to 3 companies, it becomes chaotic, right? Submitting the same documents again and again to the same bank which you might have interacted previously. So this is a problem that we are trying to solve. So at Infoberg, you need to upload your documents just once, and with a single click you can send your documents to whichever bank you want and whenever you want, and you don't have to re-upload and you don't have to have the hassle of carrying physical copies with you. Next. So basically our approach is we aim to enhance user and bank eKYC experience, and our objective is to maintain authenticity and integrity of documents. And the government recently launched the NIDL framework, which is decentralizing India with the help of blockchain. We support that. And so how are we unique? So in market, first of all, there are applications, there are agencies who do the verification of documents for you. So as in all, banks do not rely on these agencies. They would still want to verify themselves. So we've used blockchain technology, which makes it a decentralized application. Therefore, we don't have any middlemen involved. So it is directly from user to bank. So a proper eKYC, know your customer. Second is upload your documents just once. So even if you're applying to the same bank, so you don't have to upload your documents a lot of times. It's just one time process. The third feature is documents are stored in Node. So we are not relying on any servers. We are storing the documents in nodes, which is in IPFS. And the fourth is tracking your application status. So a user, when they submit their documents to a particular bank or an organization, they can track the status, whether it's verified or not. The bank can also reject it if they do not find the application valid or with the reason stating, and they can reapply. So it's all online. Next. So this is what we had. We had a plan as architecture. We had the architecture ready before starting with the project. So we had the application stack. We used JavaScript and Django and Firebase to interact with them. And Firebase basically we used for authentication. IPFS, as I said, for storing the media files. Morales, Polygon, Brownie was a part of blockchain. MetaMask was the wallet we used, and Operation Smart Contract to write the contracts. Next. So this is the process diagram. I'll not go into the depth of the diagram. Rather, I would break the ice using the demonstration. And this was the tech stack that we used. So for blockchain, we use Solidity, Morales, Polygon, IPFS. For backend, we are using Django, Python, Firebase for authentication. Front end, we used HTML, JavaScript, CSS, jQuery, and Ajax. Next, we can proceed for the demonstration.
Just a second.
Yeah, so this was the basic homepage that we built. So in this homepage, when a person lands here, we don't want to show them a login page directly. So we've shown displayed information on how a person can use our application infobug and about our platform and how is it secure. So we've also tried to explain people how blockchain is a secure way, since a lot of people don't know. And then we've shown the benefits of our application and how to upload it. And like I said, there's FAQs and there's blockchain. Nikhil, you can continue with the demonstration from here.
Yeah. Okay, a very good evening to one and all present here. So we'll start with the login page. This is the page where the user or bank first interacts. So first the bank or the user has to sign up and they have to enter email password if it is a normal user. If it is a bank, just they have to check this box and they have to upload a validation proof, which will be checked by the admin of this application, and they will be added to the blockchain part where we have the contract deployed on Polygon, because Polygon is a layer 2 network which helps us with faster transactions and less transaction fee, and also it is using proof of stake, which is also like a very new thing for the blockchain world. So we are also using this Polygon. Next, it will authenticate with Firebase and it will send an email for a verification of the email that the user has entered, and only then the user will be able to sign in. So for now, I will sign in with the user account for demonstration purpose. So I have created the user already, but for now the user has to get added to the blockchain, right? So they have to fill this basic form. So I will have this user account. This user account will be used to verify all the transactions that this user performs, and only the user can perform using this account. So I will fill in the basic information, which will be used to store and give like the know your customer tagline. I will just fill it quickly. Then as we said, this banks came together and formed a consortium. So they decided on some universal documents that are necessary for the KYC. So these documents are fetched from the blockchain and they are uploaded here so that the user can dynamically upload documents which are decided by the banks. If suppose the bank decide to have some other universal documents as well, so they will be dynamically added here. So I will add these documents quickly. Aadhaar card, then PAN card, then profile photo. This is also, we have researched about it, and these are some of the basic documents which are required. And when I click on create your account, it will start like it will go on the process of adding this user to the blockchain. As you saw, it was so quick. That was because we have used Polygon. Next thing, these documents are uploaded to IPFS. IPFS is a system where the data is stored in nodes so that it never goes down. It is never a condition where the documents are not available to the bank to check. So we have used IPFS for storage of the documents so that it is available all the time. Now, once the user has been added, user can go to profile page and they can view the profile information. This all information is fetched directly from blockchain. So there is no code which is running, getting it from the database somewhere else. So we are using blockchain as a storage platform. They can see the universal documents as well that they have uploaded with clicking on this link. And if they see that suppose, oh, like I have uploaded a wrong Aadhaar card, they can just choose a file, new file, and that will be uploaded to the, again, to IPFS and database, so that the new link will be generated. And similarly, they can also edit profile. Now, once this all profile work is complete and the user is sure that their all the documents are intact, so what they can do now is they can select a bank, to go to apply bank and select a bank. So what unique thing is, they just need to select a blank and click on apply now. So what will this do is it will pop up a MetaMask notification and ask them to sign this transaction. Once they sign this transaction, the application has been processed and the transaction has been done. So what next will happen is it will be visible under all applications. As you can see, the transaction is visible here with the status as pending. So user can filter the applications based on pending, completed, rejected, and reset it again. So this application is now this application went to the bank. So we'll log into the bank's account. Yeah. So bank itself has a profile page similar to this. So they have all these fields. Now, what if a bank was added and they have a new admin to them, which has a different MetaMask or suppose wallet account? They want to add it. So we have also provided that feature. They just need to add the account address here and click on add. So this will be added. We are doing this because as you can see in our contract code, we have all these require statements. So this require statements make sure that only the authorized accounts which sign the transaction are allowed to make edits or verify all the documents. Only those accounts which are authorized can do that. Now, next we have is suggest additional documents. So what if I am a bank? I suggest that in our consortium, we should also ask for electricity bill as the universal document for address. So I will just enter this electricity bill, and for address. And what I will do is I will click on suggest. Now what will happen is it will again ask me to sign the transaction, but I missed this point, but I need to make sure that it is from a bank account, not a user account, or else the transaction will fail. So I would add this. I will click on suggest and now do it from the bank's account, which is authorized to perform this transaction. So once I did that, we can go to vote additional docs. Now this page has all the information for additional documents, like a different bank added ration card. What is the description for it? What are the votes? Now voting is also done in the contract. So there is no person trying to mischief with it or doing something else. Only authorized banks and authorized accounts can vote. For suppose now this bank, as a bank account, I need to accept this, right? So I feel that ration card is important. So I will confirm it. Once I accept it, it won't show this to me. Once the transaction is complete, it won't show this to me because I have already voted it, right? So also now moving to the application part, which the user just submitted. As you can see, this application has appeared here with the profile photo of the user that submitted it. All these photos and all are also uploaded on IPFS. This is the ID of the user, this thing. And now how the bank will verify if this user is legitimate or not. So when it clicks on view user, they will have this book kind of structure where it will all the information will be stored, like the user ID, full name, email, phone number, gender, birth date. Also, we are saving the IP address when the user was added, so that there is like proper security, and location coordinates because the bank needs it, and last updated. Now it can flip the people can flip and check. This is also scrollable for PDFs. So the bank can simply view this and check if the user is valid or not. So if the user is valid, the bank can simply click on this accept, or they can click on this reject. But when the bank is rejecting, they also have to make sure that they provide a reason. Okay, so for now, I will accept this as a bank account. Once I accept this, the user for the user, it will be marked as completed from the contract itself. There is no backend code or SQLite code being worked here. So as you can see in my bank portal also, I can see this as accepted. Now I will just show it on the user side for the last part, and then we are done. So on the user part, as you can see, like in all applications, now this part has been accepted. So this was there, and verified on is also been there. Like what was on what date it was verified. So it was verified just now, and all this thing is stored in database, and nothing is different. So now, as you saw that we voted for a document, right? So when I click on apply now, so it will make sure that I have all the universal documents. So a new document was added. So it will say me, you have some missing universal documents. Please add them to avoid rejections. So it will now redirect me to the profile page, and I can see now this ration card is also been added here, but this uploaded link won't work. So I have to choose a new ration card document and then edit profile. So this was what we have till now, taking in consideration the all that we could do more better. We had many ideas to implement it, but due to time constraint, we have tried our best. to work on it, and we have came up with this solution. We are now up for questions and always up for suggestions.
This is a very good application, seriously. So I really like that you have covered a lot of corner cases, because as you are showing the demo, I was thinking of some questions and you have resolved it later.
Yes,
And
sir.
I could also say that this is a kind of complete circle. You have shown everything.
Yes, sir.
And this is if other people are listening, it's a positive feedback. Till now I think 7 or 8 team has demoed, but yours was the most complete demo out of all the demos.
Thank you
That
so much,
so
sir.
that is a suggestion for other teams also. That is a positive point. And I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Your app has a single point of break, that is MetaMask.
Right.
MetaMask is a third party company. If it has some problem, and right now blockchain is good for technology, but still it is budding, and MetaMask itself has some bugs. And recently there was some cases where we have heard that MetaMask wallet was compromised. So what
Okay.
is your thought on that?
Sir, for this, I have an idea. Like MetaMask is a bit of like now very universal wallet, right? So I don't have much knowledge about it, but there is also Tezos, right? So
There are a lot of wallet. Yeah, there are a lot of wallet.
yeah.
Meta, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
MetaMask is one of them. Now you are forcing the user to use MetaMask.
Yeah,
I
right,
don't
right.
want to use MetaMask. Then what
Okay,
should
okay.
I do?
Yeah, right. So that point is a break point. Like we have to consider that as well. So for now, we don't have a solution for that, but like definitely we will seek some guidance and look into that point as well.
Yeah, because see, if you are looking at let's say right now you are demoing for 1 or 2 user, that is fine.
Yes,
But
sir.
if you want to implement on a wider scale, everybody has different kind of wallet, because this MetaMask wallet, or sorry, these wallets are used for multiple purpose, for storing NFTs, for storing their cryptocurrency and all.
Yeah, right,
So I started, like, I personally use Engine wallet,
Okay.
and I use Engine and MetaMask both.
Okay.
So how, because it's just like any other wallet or any other, it's like a Gmail account. I use Gmail, somebody use Hotmail. Now you are asking me to register only using Gmail. That is the problem. So that is what is your solution? What is your thinking? I am not asking you to implement now.
Yeah,
Just
right.
tell me what is your thinking, how you are planning to do it in future.
Okay, sir. So as far as like I have very not much of knowledge of blockchain, but as far as I know, like in even if like in Etherscan or somewhere there, we when we connect to the Web3, they ask us for the wallets, like which wallet we need to select. So like we can give that pop-up and make this website this much reliable that it works with any wallet. First thing is that, and next we can give a pop-up which has like a suggestion of wallets. Like we can keep on updating that suggestions and keep on improving, like additions. And once like there are like there will be wallets which are countable, right? There can't be infinite, or like we cannot support all the wallet, right?
Absolutely,
So we can we can make this project open source, have contributors, helpers, and we can like bring a community to like integrate it properly with all the wallets.
Okay,
Yeah,
that is a good point.
Right. So I would like to correct over here. This is going to be a financial project. I mean, you are going to verify some entity or something that
Yes,
won't
sir.
be a open source project.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was about to add that. And
And the second thing is you have used a public blockchain, IPFS. Those are publics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable uploading your document in IPFS?
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Got
It
it.
should be private implementation, not the public one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For
Got it.
idea, for concept, for POC, this is an excellent example I'm saying.
Yes. Thank you,
And
sir.
if you see the scalability, it should not be a public. It must
Okay,
be
sir.
a private, like you mentioned, a consortium. Consortium. It should be a consortium.
Yeah, right,
It should not be a public.
Right, sir.
Second thing you have mentioned, Polygon is a layer 2 protocol. It's a layer 3 protocol, not a layer 2. Ethereum is a layer 2.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to add few point. As Priyank has mentioned, that is a very good point. You in the demo also you have uploaded your own Aadhaar card. That is a bad practice, and your own phone number. Never do that. Right now it's like kind of very closed, closed call.
Yeah.
Like maybe 100 people or so. Everybody is your friend and all. But please
Yeah.
don't do that.
Okay,
You can get some dummy values on internet. So always do that. And
Yes, sir.
second point is security. You are using public, as he said, you are using public blockchain. So
Yeah.
there is always a concern of that security.
Right,
because you are asking user to upload their personal data, and in any bank, security is the number one priority.
Definitely, sir.
So
Sir,
you have to
yeah, sir,
please,
you
please.
can. Sir, actually, what we wanted to do is, like, we wanted to implement as much engineering as we could. I know, like, we are still in the budding phase of this, and we will definitely see guidance from like people like you all who have all the aspects clear, like what it should be like I mentioned some points which were very crucial, like open source, and then we are using IPFS. So all this, we did this IPFS thing for making sure that we know this thing, we learn new things, and definitely like we can use it in some different project, but we thought of using it for now. But yeah, we will make sure.
When you are going for a hackathon, implementation is one part, but you also have to get a wider knowledge.
Yeah, sir.
That is where you can understand that how you are going to scale and make it more real world. Like in authentication is one of the very important example, how you are going to implement private blockchains and all, how you can integrate with multiple wallets. Those things you can research about and you can integrate. So this is a very good project. So that is all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
So
I
we
have two questions. If
want
time,
to
yes,
sorry.
yes. No, yes,
Sorry,
yes,
Sagar.
yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just adding that we definitely plan, we just don't want to limit this project to the hackathon. We definitely want to go beyond, and we'll definitely integrate all the considerations and feedback we've got from you all.
Yeah, so if you're going to implement very first question, how we verify the Aadhaar card, whether Nikhil has uploaded his own Aadhaar card or my Aadhaar card, because you don't have that facility. That's a very basic thing. Yeah? You know, verification is not there. You're using blockchain as a technology, but verification part is missing at all. Very, very basic thing we need to consider, because we are managing identity.
Right. So to this point, I would like to add, like we had an idea, but again, time constraint thing. Like we can have this thing for, especially for Aadhaar cards or something. We have trained models already available. So what we can do is in our model itself or in our application itself, we can catch that number, Aadhaar number, and we can have some mechanism or some API from the government side which verifies this number, Aadhaar card number. So
it
like
is already there. Once you use the Aadhaar card, Aadhaar verified OTP is already there. You can use that function.
Yes, there is no API. Government is not going to give you Aadhaar number. There is no API.
Okay.
As he said, you have to use Aadhaar authentication using this OTP. So whenever you register an Aadhaar, an OTP will comes to your Aadhaar linked phone number, and so that you have to put in there to verify that this is a correct Aadhaar.
Okay. So like we can incorporate that thing in our project. Is it possible?
For that, you have to, right now you're uploading the image. You have to extract the number from the image.
Okay.
There are a lot of discussion can go on. Yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Yes, sir,
that is fine. Let's not go there.
Yes, sir,
So
definitely.
Nikhil, one thing, I mean, I think Nikhil and Priyank covered everything. The same thing with Ankit covered. You uploaded your Aadhaar, and this call is recorded. So your Aadhaar is recorded in a video call somewhere. So be careful. The other one is what I think major part of the blockchain is covered. Just on the UX side, why a book UI? Like, why do you have to make it like the same booklet which we are filling for banks? Is that what, or like why do I have to scroll it, like, or why do I have to turn the pages? Like it could be just a form, right?
Yes, sir. So it was actually my thought that I make it a bit unique. So that's why I just went through a thing and I saw that like, why can't we have a book, like information book kind of thing? I faced very much rejection, but still I thought that let's implement.
Okay, yeah, it is unique. I totally agree with you there. And in the sign up form, when you're asking, are you a bank, and you say upload verification,
yes,
what this is just for my knowledge, I don't know, what does bank upload for their validation proof? I've always been on the other side where I have been asked proof. I've never asked, are you a bank? Like, what do you expect there?
Sir, what we expect here is like we can have some letter in the letterhead of the bank, which like admin would actually see that thing and make sure that this is a bank. There is no spam kind of thing. So we can have some letterhead of the bank written that kind of that we have imagined.
Priyank has the answer for that. Priyank, do you want to add in? You're
Yeah,
muted.
so see, we are taking much time, and but Nikhil is debating for his statement. He mentioned this is consortium. In consortium, no one is admin. Make sure no one is admin in consortium. All the party has the same right. So
Right.
bank is a one party, okay, one
Right,
bank.
sir.
I mean, for example, HDFC Bank is a one party of a consortium, right? So there is no admin. Bank will invite other bank and they come together and they form those. So they don't need to submit any document like this.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
I got your point, sir.
Yeah.
So that was a loophole, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But,
We'll
but I'm
definitely.
saying as a concept, as an idea, as an execution, I mean, for the hackathon point of view, this is excellent, right?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much.
Yeah, this is very good. You can continue this over there. So you are in fourth year, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
said. Yeah, so maybe in future you can continue over that. This is good. This is very good.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your suggestions and compliments.
All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you all the judges and thank you team 20. Moving ahead with our next team, we have with us team number 62, pip uninstall npm.
That is a very difficult name, and make sure you never run this command in your local machine.
Good
evening,
judges.
Good evening.
Yes, could you share the screen?
Yeah, 1 second.
You can start, you'll have 7 minutes.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. The problem statement that we have chosen is cash flow, which suggests that since people tend to spend a lot more digitally as compared to cash, there is need for a solution that helps the users track and analyze all the digital transactions done by them. Hence, we have come up with the solution EasyBill, a wallet that helps you do exactly that and a lot more.
So our unique features are we extract the data through bill scanning and we categorize the bill according to extracted data from the expense bill. And we have expense analysis and budget tracking with the help of intuitive and informative graphs. We also have wallet transactions where we use dynamic QR codes from the receiver's end. And we have implemented fraud detection for the wallet transactions. And we also have investment recommendations and crypto wallets also. So the machine learning models are the OCR to recognize the text from the images and categorization using NLP, expense and budget tracker, fraud detection, and stock prediction. And we have also this invest money on every amount. You said this is an feature we have added, which we will talk about this later. And blockchain, blockchain, it is Ethereum blockchain. We have used an ERC20 token. Initial coin offering is also supported. Transfer, delegated transfer, and we have used an MetaMask wallet. So we have created our own crypto coin, which is DApp. The technologies used are React, Django, machine learning, deep learning, NLTK module, and in computer vision, we are using OpenCV and blockchain also. Thank you. So we'll start with the demo.
Yeah, I'll start with the demo. I'll try to go a bit fast to stay in the limits. So this is the landing page of our website, of our web app. So this finance analysis app should be able to run in a can be converted into app too. So we've taken care that it is totally responsive. So that it can be converted into a PW, progressive web app, and can be used in mobiles also. So I start with the login. I'll quickly log in to my account. Yeah, okay, I just logged in. So I'll jump to the main parts first. When the user logs in, the user wants to upload a transaction, which is okay. So we are just basically a wallet through which the user can do transaction. But in case the user has performed a transaction offline, he's paid to his debit card, he can just take that image, upload it in our web page, or enter these details manually. And we store that all in our database and provide analysis for it. So we uploaded that receipt. I'll share the receipt. We can just look at the data. Sri Krishna Resort and the Zoom thing is covering 70 rupees is the receipt. I'll share the receipt's image so that we'll verify the information from the receipt. So this is the receipt. I hope it's visible. This is from the Sai Krishna restaurant, and the total amount is 70 rupees. So what do we do here? So we've used OCR. We've extracted all the data from there using computer vision. We got the data, data amount, total amount. We got hold of that. But the main part here is getting hold of the category, whether it is food, whether it is entertainment, because we want to provide analysis according to those categories too. So for that purpose, we implemented another an NLP model as well. So what happens is we have the data, we have the Sai Krishna restaurant thing, which we can directly implement a crawler and check for it on Google, but we didn't do that. We implemented the thing that we have the data, we had the names. The NLP model basically does it, checks for some keywords, vectorize it, bag of words, everything, and gets me the compares the similarity and everything, and gets me the category out of the which category does it belong to. And of course, and one more thing that we considered is the taxable amount. Like we have hard coded that thing for now. If to just cross verify, like for we can see that this GST on the food is 18%, while on entertainment things is 28%. So to just verify, cross verify those things, we have implemented that algorithm too. I'll come back to our web app. There it is. So the user can edit these things. If he is not satisfied, we can just submit it, and we'll come back. Okay, we'll come to the wallet now. This is an online-based wallet. The user can do everything. We tend to provide every finance aid here. So the user, as I said, the Sai Krishna thing is uploaded here. So the user can also send money, receive money, add money to his wallet. For adding money, we have implemented the Paytm gateway. For sending and receiving money, I'll just show you. I can enter anyone's phone number. Just an example thing. I'll enter an amount, the description, what is it for, and the category for which the amount is, and also and that's I can just send the money through my wallet. Okay, this is the basic implementation. What else? The investment part of it. If I have the amount as 105 rupees and I want to send the money to someone, I have to pay someone. So there are apps like Penny, which from which we've taken this inspiration from. That I can just round this off to the nearest 10th place or nearest 100th place. And the rest amount will be invested currently in our own crypto coin D app. But in future, we have stock recommendation. We can incorporate everything or every kind of those things. So when I click this, it is rounded off to 10110, and like every penny save is every penny earned, new penny earned. So like you can save more. And the next ML model here is fraud identification. And as I said, if no fraud is detected, it is invested in our own cryptocurrency. I'll come to the fraud transaction right now. So when the this algorithm, I'll just enter the basic details again. This is just a basic thing. I need not the checks have been handled in the backend. Treat again and a category. So what if for this algorithm, the fraud detection algorithm, we have considered various parameters. Like for the while the registering, we have his coordinates registered in our system, and so the first thing is the location. If the transaction is being made from a different from a really different location, we will term it as a fraudulent transaction. There are various other parameters as well. The next parameter is repeated amount of transaction in a short amount of time. A lot of similar amount transaction which can be done with a crawler or something like that, which can be automated to get money out of someone. And another I guess that's it. And also we have, like Google Pay does, this gives users some limit in the start, and it increases with time. We've done provided that feature too. Currently, this is a new account. The limit given is 15K. Now and the limit has been increased while I tested this thing. So it is definitely not 15 lakh rupees. So when I just send this amount, definitely a fraudulent activity must be detected. Fraudulent activity. So I'll just be asked to log in again for now. This is for now. This has to be rectified. Thing. Yeah. So that's how we detect fraudulent transactions. And next part is and also there comes the receiving part. Like Google Pay does, I can enter someone's amount, money, number, and ask for the amount, and you'll get a request for that money. Okay, so we've implemented that thing as well. So I'll just enter everything, and the user will get a request in the reminder section of our page where you will get you have to pay these people, you will get these things. Also, we have implemented an auto pay feature as well, as the user has if the user maintains a certain amount in our wallet, we will ask the user if he has some monthly transaction that he has to make regularly, like he has to transfer some maintenance things, everything. We'll provide the user an auto pay. Currently, all the money that comes in our wallet goes to my bank account. So I'll have to manually transfer every month. But in future, we have to automate these things that every month these bills are being paid automatically. I'll come to the wallet yet again. We have implemented a dynamic QR code thing. But when I go to a shop and I have to pay some amount of money, let's say I'm buying a packet of chips, I have to pay 25 rupees for it. But I by mistake entered a 0 extra or a 5 extra. So I paid 255 rupees extra. So to avoid those silly mistakes, I generate a dynamic QR. Currently, this has I am going to receive this QR code will have my details, the receiver's details, and the amount 100 rupees. It will generate a QR code. When I scan this QR code, users can pay me. The amount will be written, which happens in the debit card machines as well. So we implemented those things as well. Oh, my Chrome is stuck. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'll come to the analysis part, which is one of the main part of this app. So we have all the transaction of the users. So we just plotted, as I mentioned, we have been categorizing all the data into different modes. Like the expenditure classified into food, transport, and every other expensive, random expenses, food expense. So user can get insights of the data that, okay, he's spending 15% on food or 28% food. You can get this data out of it. And the user in the start, while it's registering, it is an editable field though. He can enter his budget, which is 10,000 rupees right now. So if he is exceeding, if we have an algorithm which basically plots the trends of his spending throughout the month. If the algorithm tracks some that the user is going above, the trend is like has a greater slope than the budget should be, the user will be alerted and he will be asked to reduce his spending by this amount. So but this person, so like he'll have that in mind that, okay, I have to spend less than this. And in future we have to integrate WhatsApp APIs to it. So regular reminders for this will help him spend less. And at the end of every month, he's getting an analysis mailed to him, which I will share later on. So these are the basic graphs. The pie graph we've plotted, pie chart we've plotted, the basic graphs over here, and the expenditure, how much he's been spending throughout. These are basic, which help him get insights of the data. So this is the money part, which was asked in the problem stream. Now the additional functionality is the recommendations part. So the recommendation part is basically currently we have given the user freedom to choose stock, can get insights of some stock, how these stocks have been performing. The data we've been getting is from 12 data's API. So we have got this time series data. We've just plotted it throughout the thing. And also additional functionality is the prediction thing, which takes time to load. I have loaded it through in a different tab already. So what happened, I took this Tata stock and just plotted this, and I've implemented an LSTM model in the backend, which helps me predict the stock's price in future up till about 3 months in future. So this is one of our B project titles. So we had all those literature review all done already. So we implemented that during the hackathon. I can get predictions. I'll come back to the main app. Yep. So okay, so that's about the investment segment. As I mentioned, we have created our own crypto coin. It's called DIA, which will be explained by Rohan. And we've also integrated the MetaMask wallet, which will be explained by Rohan again. Yeah.
Okay, so we've implemented our own cryptocurrency, which for this current project, we've only deployed on a local blockchain, but we've developed the smart contracts using Ethereum standard. So our future scope for this could be that we deploy it on Ethereum's actual blockchain. We've also, since like this could handle the revenue system for our app, as we're asking the user to invest in our own cryptocurrency. And we've only implemented the MetaMask wallet, but obviously in the future we would look to increase more support for other kinds of wallets. And since this is only the current start off for our cryptocurrency, we are offering this as an initial coin offering, which is usually the process followed for any new cryptocurrency being made. So you find in investors who invest into your cryptocurrency. So since we have an app which is kind of unique, this could be a great opportunity for them to invest in our own cryptocurrency. And as you see, you can currently see the price in Ether and the name. So this is basically the ICO right now. And then once all the tokens have been sold, we could move on to trading and listing our coin on Etherscan or something like that.
So the amount, the rounded off amount is invested in our cryptocurrency currently. So that's the reason we designed our own cryptocurrency. And for the revenue model, we plan to implement a freemium kind of a revenue model. The user in the start, the user can use these functionalities of scanning invoices, which help the user a lot in maintaining his database, maintaining his transactions. For a free, then we can charge the user for these invoices scanning and the stock prediction part. And that's it for our presentation. We are open to questions now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to go first for the question. So why you created your own crypto?
As I mentioned, we wanted to incorporate investment in our app. So stock prediction.
There are other options as well.
Yeah,
and there are already lots of cryptocurrencies in a market to get invested.
Yeah. So we wanted to design a prototype for investing right now. So we can't just get hold of those APIs to invest right now during a hackathon. There are lots of legalities involved. So to just simulate those stuff, we created our own grown crypto coin to invest in that. And the main focus is in the main future scope is to incorporate those different kinds of investment opportunities for the user. That's our future scope. Our vision is to just get all those financial transactions in this one app. Yeah.
What's the reason behind ICO? I mean, I can't link your token with your application. I mean, if we consider token as a very layman language, if it's like a shares of the company, right? In other sense, how you link the valuation of a token with your application revenue or your application?
So currently our coin will have no utility, right? So later on, when we start to offer premium services, we could accept payments only in our coin. So that would increase the utility for our coins and also probably raise the evaluation of our coin.
Okay, so if I'm a user of your application, first I need to buy your tokens, then I can avail the premium services.
So as of the starting launch, we won't
yes,
offer premium services, but yeah, after the ICO, correct. Yes, that's what we aim to do.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I want to ask a question. So yeah, as he said that even I am not too sure about using a private token, because if I am a new user, why should I put my money in your new token? We already have hundreds of other stable coins available. So that is one point which I want to understand. So why should I buy your coin?
So mainly we'll be using this coin as the only means of currency or an only means of financial status to avail any premium services on our website. So it'll be like exclusive to our own website.
And secondly,
So,
as I said,
okay, well, 1 minute.
Yeah.
So I pay my money, I buy coin from you, then I pay you that coin again to get your service. This is the model you are talking about?
Yes, sir.
But
do you think this is correct?
Not exactly that. The users can use all this for free right now. He'll be awarded when he invests, he'll be awarded. And while this is a freemium model starting, in the start it'll be free. But while after 3 months or something, when we decide to get money from the user can pay us through those through the invested coins, or we can deduct money from the wallet. I already have that money in my account.
No, see, right now the product which you are building is mostly focused on, it says that cash flow, right? Problem statement is cash flow. So mostly focused on solving your financial related issues. So if I am spending even 1 rupee in your coin, I have to get the value of that 1 rupee. Why should I spend 1 rupee in your coin, which has no future, when I can spend the same 1 rupee in Ethereum, or there are other coins like Bitcoin or any other coin which is already stable?
So as I already mentioned, our coin is just to simulate the process of investing into different coins. When we get the access to invest in different stocks, different cryptocurrencies, different mutual funds, we'll ask the user its preferences and we'll invest it directly through that. So this is just a simulation of that part.
Okay, that is good. That is good. So this is good. The design is good. So how you have developed chart? What is the tech stack you use for charts?
So just front end development in React.js, and the library chart.js is used for the front end, so the designing of this charts. And the backend, as it was already mentioned, the Django and APIs, Django REST framework, and different machine learning frameworks.
This is very good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I think, yeah, all the questions I had was already asked. I was going to ask more on the tech stack. Maybe if you can do a little bit on this, what do you use for storage and, your recommendations, could you give a little bit more details on that?
Okay, yeah. So as we've used Django for the backend, Django already provides us ORM, Django models. So we're just storing the data for the easiness of the hackathon. We store the data in the models. Django also provides some security with that. So we trust that for now. We can extend it to something else in the future scope. For the recommending system, as I for the let's talk about this reduction of spend is the trend analysis. We plotted all these points or the trends of user spending in a graph. We got the slope. We already have the slope for budget that he has. We just compared it out, got the percentage. That's it. Talking about the OCR part, if I'm not mistaken, Teresa was the library's name. Yeah, we got the data from that. We got the total amount and everything. Total amount. That's it. For categorization, we use an NLP model. We had the bag of it.
Yeah,
we had cosine symmetry and everything. Yeah, yes, you can take that thing. Yeah.
So we use NLTK module. So we tokenize the words and we just compared to the already existing words, and according to the existing category, we just predicted the category of the bill.
Category of that, and we still got that all of that data and categorize. Also, we try to implement a crawler. If I have the merchant name, the Sai Krishna thing, if I have that, I can just implement a crawler, get the Google thing out of that. Stock for the stock prediction, LST model was used, and that's it. For
got it. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you, team number 62. So, judges, we're done with all the teams now. Thank you for your feedback. And this event wouldn't have been possible without our sponsors. Let's roll out a video for them.
Guys, we'll be taking a 3-minute waiting time. We'll be compiling the results and we'll be getting back soon.
Yeah. Hey, while we wait, I had 3 things to just complete there. One is, first, congrats to all the participants to making up here. Like it was amazing to see what you all could do just in 48 hours, I guess. This is I wouldn't have been able to do this when I was in college. So this is super happy to see so much work done. Second, one thing I've learned from all the hackathons is try to make it a product, try to launch it. Whether you win or lose, assume that we judges can't predict future. Like, some of the hackathons which were failed or which didn't win are the really good products. So don't go by what we give as results, launch it, see really if it works for it. If it absolutely works, prove us wrong. If we select you, prove us right. Like just launch it. You will learn so many things by taking this from hackathon to making it a real product. One shortcut there, your first few users could be your family, like it always is. See if your mom and dad could buy the service which you are using, and that's a fantastic validation. Third, after 48 hours of hackathon, do try to get some sleep. I hope you do get the deserved rest after this.
Yeah, I would like to echo what Hari has said. This is very good point. So yeah, actually, when I was in college, I had no idea of hackathon. I will tell you, I finished my college in 2014. So I will tell you. So at that point of time, we were told just complete your syllabus, get good marks in exam pointers, 8 pointer, 9 pointer, XYZ pointer, get a job, get out. That was the law. No hackathon, no extracurricular activity. But right now, I am seeing recently that people are creating so beautiful products in college, and it is very good that college is promoting it. So that is very good thing. And you guys are already creating using things like React, and I can see blockchain, MetaMask wallets and other things I've implemented. I can see beautiful UIs in multiple places, Python, Django backends, you have used SQL server. So much knowledge you already have, and right now after 7 8 years of working, I got that knowledge. So that is very good that you guys are getting knowledge early. So that is very good. And as Hari said, even if you not win, that is not the end of the road. Don't think that see, right now I think 11 teams are there. Everybody cannot win, obviously, but it doesn't mean that you are doing anything bad. It's just that you have to just push yourself a bit. Okay, so just even if you don't win, don't get disheartened. Carry on with your ideas. All the ideas are very good, well implemented, and I really see that the future of you guys, all of you guys, are very good. And that's all. Thank you.
Priyank sir and Julie ma'am, would you like to give us some feedback for the event?
Even I like to add on the points that my fellow judges have added on already. These projects were really commendable at an early stage. You're implementing so many new technologies that we as newly freshers in the new industry, we have not much exposure of such technologies in just 1 or 2 years. So it takes quite a long to get on with these technologies using these tech stack in this such a hackathon at a very good level, and it is really commendable that all the projects, ideas and everything are really commendable, and we really appreciate. So do not lose hope that we won or we lost. There is always a new start, and please deploy your product and move on with the ideas and suggestions that we've given. So just do not lose hope. It is really commendable job that everybody has showcased here at this platform. Utilize it.
Thank you, ma'am. Priyank sir.
Yeah, after observing all the solutions and all the product they have built, I mean, I'm precisely using my word product, right? Because they are in that direction. So I'm not able to comment on those guys, right? Because like Ankit has mentioned, like I was, I am 2007 pass out, so I'm quite older now, right? But in fact, in 2013 or 14, I come to know what is hackathon is, right? So it's really good that you are early in your stage. If you start something right now, you don't have to lose anything at all, right? After certain age, you have some limitations that you can't do certain things. So I request all to start something that you want to do, that is your passion. And like Ankit mentioned, and Hari and you mentioned, there are only a certain amount of winners, but that doesn't mean that your solution doesn't work out, right? Think like the Apple. Apple has not invented a mouse. They have not invented the OS. They have not invented computer. In fact, they have not invented an iPod. I mean, the digital music playing device. Though they are successful, right? So think like that.
I would like to add one thing. Yeah, on the
Yeah.
Apple part, I want to add one thing. Even the name iPhone is copied from Cisco. Even the name iPhone is not theirs. The Cisco has created a product called iPhone, and Apple has copied it. There was a lot of things. There are a lot of legal battle happens. So even the name is not there, but still they are doing the best thing.
Point is not to copy anyone, but don't lose hope.
Yeah, to summarize, we want
3 winners from the event, but we want 11 companies to come out of this event. That would be the success for the event, right? Whether the winners
Yeah,
are going to be
absolutely.
but probably 11 outcome companies from this would be great.
Thanks a lot to all the judges. We are really grateful to have you here, and your feedback has definitely helped a lot of teams, and it will help them in the future as well. Thanks a lot. So now, as we are getting closer to announcing the results and knowing the winners of Rubix 2022, before we do so, we have our principal, Dr. Jiti Thampi, with us, without whom this event wouldn't have been possible. So I would request Thampi sir to speak a few words on it.
Happy to witness this magnificent event. As usual, everybody succeeded in carrying out their role perfectly. We are committed to scale up this event, hackathon. We like to have more participants, independent of who won, who doesn't make to the point. Everybody learned a lot. It's all about also understanding the functional area, mapping, functional area, manual process by computer-driven procedures. That's the crux. So we, higher education establishment, higher and technical education establishment in India is committed to promote this activity. A lot of value there in integration of technology in business process, in enterprises. So the focus is on that more than investing massively for a breakthrough technology. At least for some time, we as a country will be focusing more on tapping this technology integration marketplace. Therefore, we exhort everybody, technology students, to develop competency in proficiency in understanding business process, understanding in addition to the competency in developing code using technology. They're also expected to develop insight and competency in understanding the problem domains. So that extent, this is massively succeeding. It's a crash course for every participant, whoever is participating, organizing. For them, it's a crash course. They develop a lot of agility in even learning. We see, we witness the participant learn within the 48 hours, 72 hours, going to Coursera, referring books. So that kind of agility is crept in. So welcome thing. And I'm not taking much time. I congratulate everyone, the judges. We remain grateful to you all, the organizer, the student volunteer, Unnati, Shreya. I can see in the screen, Professor Tanuja Sarode, Tasneem Mirza,
तस्नीम मैम ये नहीं है, वो कोड सेल है.
कोड सेल है. Oh, this is CSI. Archana Patankar is there. That's correct. Even no harm in Tasneem participating and fully supporting this event. There is no scope for competition per se. And I also express my sincere gratitude to CSI. CSI had taken initiative. We grabbed it. In addition to our regular hackathon, this is a new addition. Last time, we also undertook organize a hackathon of Government of India. This time, CSI, we are going to make it. And whoever is participating is going to hugely benefit out of this experience. The independent of who won, who failed, everybody won. Everybody created a lot of footprints of this event. So I am happy to announce the winners. Breaking Code 3.0 on the third place, and VAT is second rank. and access denied is the winner today. So I congratulate everybody, not only these three groups, all participants, whoever participated. Even somebody might have left in between, but it's a great beginning. My best wishes for the future ahead. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thanks a lot,
Yes,
sir, for your
thank
kind
you.
words. And congratulations to all the winner teams.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, bye.
Congratulations, guys. Very good projects.
Congrats to the winners. And thanks for having us here.
Congratulations, all of you, for participating in this event. I congratulate all the teams winning as well as those who are participating, those who have participated. I am grateful to all the external, internal judges. I so know some of these judges also, and I would like to thank all the internal judges, ideation round judges, the mentors, the professors who have participated, the participants, and not last but not the least, all the CSI TSEC team. They have done a very wonderful job. Thank you and congratulations to all.
धीरे धीरे जरा दम लेना, प्यार से जो मिले गम लेना, दिल पे जरा वो कम लेना, ओके जानो तू दिन दिन ना, धीरे धीरे जरा दम लेना, प्यार से जो मिले
Thank you
गम.
very much. This is an excellent event. And congratulations all. Thank you. And I appreciate the efforts from CSI and teams.
Yeah, thank you. I'm dropping off. If anything is required, feel free to ping me. I have another meeting to join. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thank you for having us. Congratulations, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, guys, so we'll close the event. I'll just give the vote of thanks. Congratulations to all the winners on behalf of CSI TSEC. I would like to thank our principal, Dr. G. Thampi, Professor Jayan Gadge, Archana Patankar ma'am, and Rupali Sarode ma'am. I would also like to thank all our judges, mentors, and teachers for their dedication and skill, which helped us with the process go smoothly. We really appreciate that you came here, taking out your time from your busy schedule. I would like to thank our sponsors, without whom this event wouldn't have been possible. Last but definitely not the least, our participants who worked hard to deliver their best. On behalf of my committee, CSI, I sincerely thank and acknowledge every one of you who extended to help us for making this event a grand success. Thanks a lot for the audience as well for joining in. And that's a wrap. CSI TSEC Rubix' Hackathon 2020 signing off. Thank you.
Bye bye, guys. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining in.